Beaten Southeastern Conference powerhouses. Alabama coach Bill Curry turns 47 today, hoping his Crimson Tide make this a birthday to remember. It's been 2 weeks to forget for Tennessee coach Johnny Majors, suspending Reggie Cobb and now pinning his hopes on freshman running back Chuck Webb. The winner of today's matchup can claim the early edge on a Sugar Bowl berth. And later this afternoon, number 9 USC will be in South Bend, Indiana, taking on number 1 Notre Dame. A rookie-veteran combo has carried the Trojans this season. Redshirt freshman quarterback Todd Marinovich has excelled with a favorite target in USC all-time reception leader John Jackson. Meanwhile, Tony Rice hasn't lost a football game in 2 years, leading his Fighting Irish to 18 straight wins. Talk about doing it all. Triple threat rocket Raheem Ismail's been everywhere this season, generating excitement. 4 teams with a single loss among them. A top 10 doubleheader today here on CBS. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Greg Gumbel in New York. A busy day indeed for college football here on CBS. The Notre Dame and USC rivalry is a great one. Let's take you out to South Bend, Indiana last night, where all was quiet on the outside, but it was a very different story inside for the Fighting Irish pep rally. The band was rocking, the crowd was rocking, everybody getting into the act. And they even let a visitor in for a peek, a gift, no doubt. Last time that happened, there was something of an upset in a very different kind of battle. We'll have to see how it goes today. There is some NBA news today in the ongoing story of the sale of the Denver Nuggets. You'll recall the financing fell through recently in a deal that would have made the Nuggets the first minority-owned NBA team. Well, with fresh financing, that sale went through this morning. Bertram Lee and Peter Bino will be the first black owners of an NBA team, or any sports franchise for that matter, with financial backing of the Washington, D.C.-based ComSat Communications Company. Total sale price, $65 million, and the Nuggets will be staying in Denver. Well, it's been almost 4 days since the terrible earthquake rolled through the Bay Area of California. They will be playing college football around there today as life begins its slow return to normal. Utah plays Stanford at Palo Alto, while Washington plays Cal at Berkeley. And the visiting quarterbacks have these thoughts about playing near the quake zone.
You know that they're having a lot of problems around the area down there where we're going to be. So we're just going to go down there with the idea that there's going to be some stuff going on around us that we can't really control, but we're going to try to keep focused on the game as much as possible.
Football is not the most important thing in life, and I think when you have a situation like this happen, it makes people, think, a little bit more about what's really important. And football or baseball or whatever, is definitely not the most important thing. And I think, people will probably stay home. I mean, you never know, but I would imagine that more people would stay home with their families and try to get things straightened out than go to a football game.
Incidentally, at that Cal game, they've asked everyone to bring along canned goods to help with the earthquake relief effort. I'll be back here at halftime joined by Mike Francesa with scores and highlights from all of today's college action. And I was in Gainesville, Florida earlier this week, and I'll have a special report on the troubles facing the University of Florida athletic program. Right now, we're closing in on kickoff for Tennessee and Alabama. Brent Musburger is standing by at Legion Field in Birmingham, and he'll get things going right after this message. Sit back and enjoy, everyone, as we begin a big day of college football here on CBS.
Shape our future. We invite you to learn the technology of tomorrow while you serve your country in the Navy of today.
Wood finish for beautiful color like no other, and Minwax polyurethane for fast-drying protection that lasts.
When you've got your power stroke going, nothing's gonna beat you. Introducing Power Stick Antiperspirant. 24-hour protection in just one wide stroke. New Power Stick from Fabergé.
I'm only going to say this once.
Remember when life was simpler? When problems didn't seem to be lurking behind every corner? when everything was as easy as making a long-distance call on AT&T. And whenever you travel, remember that AT&T is the fastest, most reliable long-distance service in the world. Choose anyone but AT&T.
AT&T.
And who knows what you'll get.
Well, it must have been a very big moth.
A year ago at this time, Tennessee was winless, but Johnny Majors has turned the balls around. Today, they're undefeated behind the SEC's #1 rushing offense that covers the end zone like a web, and a timely passing game that has gotten them out of the woods. And on defense, they're hardy, allowing only 4 touchdowns this season, none on the ground. It's no wonder the folks of the Volunteers Day think this season is sterling. Roll Tide. That's the cry around Alabama. They're 5-0, led by a quarterback who was a backup when the season began, and a scoring machine that's #1 in the SEC. The Tide is hoping to make this a Bill Curry birthday celebration. So it's 2 undefeated teams atop the SEC standings. #6 Tennessee versus #10 Alabama. Today on CBS. The 3rd Saturday in October, so it has to be Dixie's great football war. Tennessee and Alabama. This great rivalry began back in 1901. That first game wound up a 6-6 tie with fans from the 2 schools fighting on the field. Well, the fans are a whole lot friendlier today, but not so these 2 teams. They are ready to wage war here in Birmingham, Alabama. The band on the field here at Legion Field on a gorgeous fall afternoon for a college football game. And not only are these 2 teams perched atop the SEC, taking dead aim at a Sugar Bowl in New Orleans on New Year's Day, but the winner today still has an outside chance at a national championship. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. Certainly all the focus has been on Notre Dame 1, Miami 2. After that, Colorado and Nebraska of the Big 8. But should they slip along the way, then the winner here this afternoon remains unbeaten, and they have a chance at a national championship. It's a pleasure for me to be working alongside Tim Brent. Folks, he was so excited about Dixie's great football war, he showed up on Tuesday and started tasting the great barbecue of the Southeast. Tim, welcome.
Brent, this is the classic confrontation. You've got the best running team in the Southeast Conference in Tennessee, the best defense against the run. That's Alabama. Now, the only question remains how Tennessee will respond to the loss of their star running back, Reggie Cobb. He was dismissed for a rule violation, so now the focal point becomes a redshirt freshman by the name of Chuck Webb. Now, Webb is capable. He averages 80 yards a game. He had 134 yards against UCLA. But he's being asked to do something he's never done before, and that's go a whole game without Reggie Cobb. Now, on the other side of the line of scrimmage, Alabama's defense is ranked 4th in the nation, and I want to introduce you to one of the best linebackers in the country, number 86, Keith McCants. He's 6'5", 256 pounds. He runs like a tailback. He told me he's going to be reading right through that guard to the tailback Webb, and as soon as Webb takes a step, he wants to be right with him. And there's another interesting story today. It's Alabama quarterback Gary Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth was not expected to play this year, but Jeff Dunn went down. Hollingsworth came in through 5 touchdown passes against Ole Miss. He struggled last week against Southwest Louisiana, and now he comes into this game, and it's going to be interesting to see how he responds to his first big test. It's a very young Tennessee team, and it's really the first big test for Alabama, Brent.
You know what the great Bear Bryant used to say? You never knew what kind of a man you were until you lined up and played against Tennessee. I think the Volunteers feel the same way.
CBS Sports presents college football. Live from Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Tennessee Volunteers versus the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Today's CFA game is sponsored by Michelob Dry. Full taste with no aftertaste. McDry refreshes completely. Scope, the best thing first thing in the morning. And by today's Chevrolet, who invite you to see why nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
I got just two things to say about this cereal. Boring. It's too simple. These days you gotta add oats or straw or hay or something. This is nothing but flakes. All right, the taste is good. I'm kind of shocked that something this simple tastes this good. You know, I think your simplicity angle will work after all. This cereal might just make it.
Kellogg's Cornflakes.
Cornflakes? Hey, can I pick a winner or what?
Taste them again for the first time.
Hey, come here. Closer. Don't see any dandruff, do you? Used to have it. Boy, did I ever. So I tried Head & Shoulders. Then I tried my husband Selsun Blue. He was right. Blue is better.
Blue is better. Selsun Blue. Test shows Selsun Blue relieves dandruff flaking better than Head & Shoulders. And doctors recommend it #1. More than Head & Shoulders, Denerex, and Tegrin combined.
For me, there's no doubt about it. Blue is better.
Selsun Blue. Normal, extra medicated, and extra conditioning formula.
How fast does Dristan nasal spray start to work?
Faster than a teenager can answer the phone.
Dristan works fast to relieve nasal congestion, even sinus pressure. For relief,
Faster than tumbleweed in a tornado.
Dristan nasal spray. It's faster than...
Nothing's rougher on a man's face than shaving. That's why there's Skin Bracer. It's more than an aftershave. It soothes, cools, tightens pores, so it's good for your skin.
Thanks. I needed that.
Skin Bracer Aftershave.
This is CBS.
It's the grand finale sale on 89s at Locklear's Dodge City Volkswagen. We've got rebates, some with double rebates. The selection's never been better. Cabriolet or Jetta for no money down. Interest rates starting at 0%. Our grand finale sale includes trucks, too. Low interest rates, double rebates, no money down during the October grand finale sale. Only at Locklear's Dodge City Volkswagen.
Come get that spirit of Dodge. Right here, Locklear's Dodge City, yeah.
Haven't you waited long enough for the big screen TV? Come now to Kincaid TV Stereo and see the new Magnavox big screen models. Kincaid has the largest selection of big screen televisions with a variety of 31-inch, 41-inch, 46-inch, and 52-inch screens. And Magnavox gives you the highest quality at the lowest price. Big screens starting at only $16.95. Plus, Magnavox features JBL sound and the smart window picture-in-a-picture. And of course, Kincaid provides for delivery and setup. Don't wait any longer to get the big picture. Magnavox big screens from Kincaid TV Stereo.
WCFT-TV, Tuscaloosa.
The two coaches present quite a contrast here today. Bill Curry in his third game as the Alabama coach here, and Johnny Majors at number 13.
I think the most important factor that I would be excited about is to know that our football team offensively wouldn't turn the ball over.
They ran the ball on Georgia. They ran the ball on Auburn. They ran the ball on UCLA. We haven't established our run defense against great run offenses.
Regardless of the team's records and what's happened before, you never get hit harder than you do in the Alabama game.
When you've managed to get to this place undefeated, and so has Tennessee, then you got to look at history. And the history books say that the loser of the Alabama-Tennessee game has never won the SEC championship. So that means it's really big.
And now, Johnny Majors and the unbeaten Volunteers with 11,000 of their own fans having traveled down here about 4.5 hours away to see if the Vols can stay unbeaten. Coach Bill Corey of the Crimson Tide. He celebrates his 47th birthday. So coming up, it is Alabama and Tennessee.
There is a new dimension for those who love to drive. It is long, sleek, smooth yet precise, Designed for comfort, built for the road, shaped by the wind, proven on the track. Introducing Lumina, the adult sport coupe. When it comes to new dimensions in performance, nobody's winning like.
The heartbeat of America, that's the nation.
I just did something incredible. 5 minutes ago, I had gray hair, but now I don't. And this is what did it. New Option Instant from Clairol. The advanced way to get rid of the gray. New Option Instant for men is different. There's no messy mixing. It's so easy. Just press, apply, and only 5 minutes later, your natural-looking color's back. Hair even feels thicker. So why look like this?
When you can look like this.
New Option Instant from Clairol. The advanced way to get rid of the gray.
Ever feel like you're getting nickeled and dimed to death? Take my old gas station. If I used their credit card, $1 bought 96 cents worth of gas. For me, that 4 cents added up to about 50 bucks a year. So now I come here, Phillips 66. I get high detergent, super clean, unleaded gasoline for the same low price. Cash or credit. I give them $1, they give me $1's worth of gas.
I've made up my mind. I'm gonna do it. Why shouldn't I? I'm the one who has to look at myself in the mirror every morning. So before I lose another hair, I'm going to the doctor. I know doctors have treatment programs that are proven to work. More guys are trying them every day. I'm not bad now, but I wouldn't mind looking better.
Your doctor can really do something about hair loss. So see your doctor, or call this toll-free number.
Wind here this afternoon in Birmingham will be a factor in Legion Field. As you view this game, it will be blowing from the right to the left. So the teams moving to the left certainly have an edge if it comes to kicking a field goal. Now let's go down to Leslie Visser, who's also with us here this afternoon.
Thanks, Brent. You know, earlier this week, Chuck Webb predicted a victory over Alabama, and when told that those words might make their way to the Alabama bulletin board, he didn't want to retract them. I just spoke with linebacker Keith McCanson. He said he was awfully surprised that a freshman would make such remarks. He added with a smile, Mr. Webb's going to know he's been here. He's going to know I hit him. Brent?
Thank you, Leslie. Well, we all wish Bill Curry a happy birthday. All that is, except this one gentleman is here today.
Well, I certainly wish Coach Curry a losing birthday. Only time will tell whether that happens. But I like Bill personally, and I hope he has good health. But I wish him no good things to happen on the football field. I'm not that good a sport.
Curry's team winning the toss. They have deferred. Tennessee will take the ball. Alabama will have the wind at its back for the opening quarter of this game. Philip Doyle with the ball on the tee.
So we're going to have that offense-defense confrontation right away. Keep an eye on the guy on the right down there, Brent. That's Carl Pickens. He averages 23 yards a return.
Here he comes. 10. Out just beyond the 20-yard line where he's brought down. And the Volunteers will put it in play after a 17-yard return. Let's take a look now as Sterling Hinton will quarterback the Volunteers here today. His running backs, Chuck Webb is the main focus. Roland Poles, the big fullback in front of him. And the wide men, Terrence Cleveland starting today, along with the reliable Thomas Woods. Hinton sets his backs in the eye and brings Woods in motion. Webb on first down and a tremendous hole in the middle of that defense.
And I'm going to tell you something. Watch McCants. Webb just takes on the tackler and runs right over him. He's a redshirt freshman. He's going to his left, the strength of the formation, and watch him get in the hole and take on every tackler. This is the confrontation we were talking about, and I think the young freshman wins the first battle.
Second down and 4 for the Volunteers. And that time, no room for Poles as Steve Webb, number 84 from Holt, Alabama, swats him down. This is one of the finest offensive lines in college football. John Fisher is the anchor. Now, Eric Still, you will soon see in the NFL. Tom Myslinski, the other guard. And the two big tackles, also very talented, McCray and Davis, known as the TVA, along with tight end Mark Adams, the Tennessee Valley Authority. The first pass of the game, Hinton under pressure on the rules. Alabama's defense holds, and there's a penalty flag down. Brett, you're looking at number 86, McCants, but it was really 84, Steve Webb, that made that play. He strung it out the length of the field like he was supposed to, kept his outside free, and made Sterling Hinton go all the way to the sideline. Our referee is the veteran Jimmy Harper. Seems like we've seen him in every big game in the South. A big 15-yard personal foul penalty against Alabama. Apparently, there is a push out of bounds late. Here's the guy you want to watch right there. Let's see where the penalty is, but watch Webb, 84. Take on the blocker, keep his outside free, the left side, and string that play to the sidelines. I don't see a penalty in there. Keep it running. There it is, right there. All right, 1st and 10 as the result of that penalty. Webb on first down, causing the secondary to come up and make the hit. Number 46, Rodney Helton, bringing him down after a 3-yard burst. Hey, Rodney Helton was
here
the defense, Tim, with Willie Wyatt, the very talented nose tackle. George Thornton and Thomas Rayham are the two tackles. The inside linebackers, and they are both outstanding, led by Keith McCants, whom Tim has told you about. Steve Webb and Spencer Hammond are the two outside linebackers. Webb running wide to the left. Bama swinging it out. Just dives toward that first down marker.
Way up at left end.
He's only 5'10", 197 pounds. Redshirt freshman out of Toledo, Ohio. One of those rare high school phenoms who lives up to the raves, Brett.
First and 10 for the Volunteers. This is their opening drive. A penalty very costly to Alabama. That time Webb gets nowhere. Van Treese Davis, the inside linebacker, steps in and leads the Bama defense.
They play a multiple defense. Watch Davis now, the linebacker, 47. Right there in the middle of your screen. Comes through untouched. Nobody picked him up. And that's what this defense will do. They'll move people around. They always go to the strong side. The strong side linebacker is Van Treese Davis. He'll always go to the tight end side.
2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Scoreless in the opening period. His first pass. And he can't get it off as he is sacked by big Keith McCants, number 86 out of Mobile, Alabama.
Brett, they said they wanted to move McCants around today. They wanted to give him some motion. They wanted to get him outside where he could penetrate. It caught Tennessee by surprise. He comes from the outside. They never get a hand on him. You saw Ansler, the fullback, never even got a block on him.
That just about evens him up. He was guilty of that penalty out of bounds. And now it is 3rd and 19 for Tennessee. Straight back. Steps up into the pocket. Incomplete. A beautiful move there at the last moment by Ephraim Thomas, number 5. Here is Kent Elmore, perhaps the finest punter in college football today. You will certainly see him next year in the NFL. Working against the wind. Let's see how high he hangs it. A great punt against that wind. And a superb return out to the 33-yard line by Gene Jelks. A 51-yard punt with a 17-yard return. Is Jelks ready to come back and play in the defensive backfield, Tim?
They say Jelks is 95% of what he was when we last saw him in that defensive backfield. When we saw him earlier than that in the offensive backfield. He's not 100%, but he's dangerous as a return man. I don't think we'll see him in the secondary.
Alabama's first possession. Coming out from their own 33. Hollingsworth throwing to Sanderson on first down to the Tennessee 45-yard line. Craig Sanderson with a 21-yard gain. Alabama showed you play action to the right side. Watch the fake. Now he comes back and it's just a quick slant in. That play is well designed. It's high percentage. It's what they had to do to get Hollingsworth mentally into the game. Hill is the tailback. And this will be his... No, they fake to him. And on the roll, complete to the far side and out of bounds. Marco Battle, the receiver, and Mark Fletcher gets him out of bounds for the Volunteers. So Bill Curry ambushes the Tennessee defense here early. Gary Hollingsworth, who started as a sub, bringing him up to the line of scrimmage. Kevin Turner is fullback, and Murray Hill. They're the wide men, and each has caught a pass here this afternoon. They run the fullback, trying to get the first down. They had a 2nd and 2, and Kevin Turner is brought down by Marion Hobby, an outstanding defensive end. This is the offensive line in front of Hollingsworth. Roger Schultz, Chris Robinette, and Trent Patterson are the guards. And the two tackles, Strickland and Chapman. The tight end is always used in the Alabama offense. Lamond Russell steps in. This is 3rd and 1. And again, that Tennessee defense was ready. Suran Stacy, the ball carrier, he is the backup tailback. But not much daylight there on 3rd and short. The line could not open the hole here.
That's exactly right. Watch right here along that line of scrimmage. There's no offensive thrust. If anything, it was the Tennessee defense that established a new line of scrimmage a yard deep in that Alabama backfield. You've got to fire off that line and establish those blocks quickly.
They'll go on 4th and short for Bill Curry. Stacked up. The Tennessee defense stacks him up at the line of scrimmage. Darrell Hardy out of Cincinnati, Ohio, leading the defensive charge, and let's see where they spot it down. So we'll have our first measurement here this afternoon.
Brent, you know, we talked a lot about that Alabama defense being #1 in the league against the rush. But this Tennessee defense is strong as well. They've not given up a rushing touchdown this season. Nobody has scored a touchdown in the first half against the Vols.
So it'll be a first down for Bama. They keep it going.
Again, we'll watch that thrust of the offensive line. The play's really made by the back. Up and over. Boy, he made it, but not by much. You know, in that offense, Brent, they teach their running backs, the Alabama backs, to follow a specific blocker. Don't run to daylight. Follow a big blocker. Stay right on his hip. Wherever he goes, you go. If the hole gets jammed up, go over top of him. And that's what they did.
The ball is at the Tennessee 36-yard line on 1st and 10. This is Bama's first possession. Scoreless in Birmingham. Murray Hill has it faked to him, and the throw by Hollingsworth incomplete inside the 20-yard line, intended for Sanderson again.
That's a great defensive play by Julian, the free safety, because Hollingsworth put that ball right where he had to, low, near the ground, and right to the receiver. Julian just came over and knocked it down at the last second.
Tim Hollingsworth fakes extremely well to his backs and freezes the linebackers for just a second. He has been superb at handling the ball here so far. Now he faces a 2nd and 10 for Bama. And they will toss to Hill. Cuts back on the left side and hit hard by Darrell Hardy.
Hardy's another one of those linebackers. We kept talking about McCants. Hardy's 6'3", 215. This is Hardy. Watch, he gets the quick read, skates down the line, stays right with the ball carrier. Now come up in that hole, tuck the tail, sky the eyes, and just put him on his back.
And down now as the result of that hit is starting tailback Murray Hill. Soran Stacy will replace him. And while the injured player is being tended to, we'll take this timeout in Birmingham.
Oh, honey, don't come near me, please.
Oh, I can't. No, it's not a good idea.
Oh, no, baby, you know, not right now.
Stop, sweetie. You don't want to get too close.
Fight morning breath with Scope. Scope has 2 powerful ingredients to kill 90% of the bacteria that cause morning breath.
Kiss me.
What are you waiting for?
Great kiss.
You may kiss me now.
Scope, the best thing first thing in the morning.
Over 500,000 times tonight, we'll be delivering in 30 minutes or less. Sometimes we even arrive a little early. So tonight, call us, because nobody delivers better than Domino's Pizza. Call Domino's Pizza right now and get 2 hot pizzas for 1 hot price. Nobody delivers better, so call now.
American hostage Terry Anderson, still captive in the Middle East. His untold story by the men who shared his torment on Saturday Night with Connie Chung tonight.
Line were scoreless in the opening quarter. Hollingsworth rolling on the pocket. First down to Battle. Out of bounds at the Tennessee 22.
Marco Battle, the offensive captain. He was a high school quarterback. They line up strong right. It's just pass blocking up front, nothing special. But you got Hollingsworth, who's mobile, and he just throws a quick out pattern. They were playing soft on the corner, and Kelly Days gave him too much room.
Stacy puts his way neatly close to the 15-yard line before Bradley. Shazan Bradley brings him down for the Volunteers.
The great thing about this was his patience. You see the line, fire out. Now watch Soran Stacy. See the stutter step there to read where the backs are going, where the linemen are going, how the hole opens up, and then he kicks it back outside.
Second down and about 4 yards to go for Bama. And he doesn't get much of it this time. He got all he could out of that hole inside the 15-yard line, and it will be a third down.
You know what you saw there again, Brent? It's that very defined, get a blocker and follow his hip offensive attack of Alabama. Watch him now. It doesn't matter where the hole is, as long as he's coming through there. Watch him now. He sees the back in front of him, the lineman in front of him. He gets right on his hip and rides him in.
Ball is at the Tennessee 14. They have to get a good yard out of this, and on the roll and a first down as Lamond Russell, the tight end, dives for it and keeps the Bama drive going. They make such great use of the tight end in Bill Curry's offense.
Tennessee used to be a 5-2 scheme, but they went 0-5 last year. They changed things up to 4-3. They play a lot of zone. This time they've got the linebacker on the tight end. He just slides out and makes the catch.
Ball is at the Tennessee 11-yard line on Bama's opening drive. side of the field, breaks a tackle, and hammers inside the 5-yard line. Whoa, what a run by Suran Stacy.
Nobody has scored on this defense this year. Here's the play. It's made in the backfield. Just missed tackles. There's no question about it. He should have been sacked for a loss. Instead, he breaks that tackle of Hobby and gets on downfield for the big gain. Hobby had him, Brent.
Big Martin Houston checks in at fullback on this second down. Hollingsworth, great big touchdown, Alabama. Hollingsworth, the number 24 Kevin Turner, a 4-yard touchdown pass, and Bama strikes for Coach Curry on its first possession here this afternoon against Tennessee. Philip Doyle's kick on the money.
First half touchdown against this defense all year. It's made in the backfield. If you were watching a receiver, you're watching the wrong guy. It's his quarterback. He made it all happen with the play action. Then he hit his leading receiver right there, Kevin Turner, the fullback. His third touchdown, 26th catch of the year.
The big news in beer just got bigger. Michelob Dry. Bold taste. Big enough for two. The 20-ounce bottle is here.
This is why Allstate gives a 10% discount for cars with anti-lock brakes. We're the only major insurance company that does.
The following fine items were purchased with Visa cards last year, but not paid for. They were won in the Visa Our Treat sweepstakes. Now all you have to do to enter is use your Visa card, and almost anything you buy just may be our treat. And the more you use your card, the more chances you have to win. So why pay with anything else?
This is something different. The body panels will never rust. The seats can be arranged to seat up to 7. And ask yourself, have you ever traveled like this before? Meet the new Family Lumina APV. When it comes to new ideas for the family, nobody's winning like. The heartbeat of America, that's today's Chevrolet.
Ignited by Heisman hopefuls Tony Rice and the man called Rocket. Number 1 Notre Dame hosts 9th-ranked USC and freshman sensation Todd Marinovich today.
Here at Legion Field, according to Alabama trainer Bill McDonald, starting tailback Murray Hill has bruised ribs, fairly serious. They're going to ice them, keep an eye on him, hope he'll be back. Brent?
All right, Leslie, thank you. Alabama has scored first here against Tennessee. Doyle kicks off for the Tide. And Carl Pickens with that great speed can't find any daylight. Swarmed all over, back by the 15-yard line. What an impressive opening drive that was for Alabama. They moved 67 yards in 13 plays. Turner caught the pass thrown by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth was 5 of 6, and more importantly, his faking was absolutely brilliant during that drive. Now it is Tennessee's turn to see if they can come right back. Chuck Webb, again the feature back. Throws, it was low and incomplete. He wanted his favorite wideout, Thomas Woods.
A lot of people look at this offense and they say it's one-dimensional. Tennessee's only been running the ball. This time they come out with 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. The isolated receiver at the top is Woods all by himself, and they just try to throw a hitch to him. They've got to establish the running game, though, Brent. They do not want to go to the passing game yet. 2nd and 10 for the Volunteers. And now too much time is taken by the Volunteers. Tim, it's a somewhat rattled Tennessee team right now. No question about it. It's a very dead ball team, and they do appear rattled. You know, when you think about it, this is the first hostile situation they've really come into. Of course, they played out in Pasadena, but that's not like coming in a closed stadium like this.
And Coach Major's not happy as he rips off that headset. This is a Tennessee team with a 10-game winning streak, the longest ever under Coach Majors in 12-plus years. Trying to set the screen, and he overthrew Roland Poles, the fullback. Now Hinton is 0 for 3. Young man out of Passaic, New Jersey. Getting the signal. Sent in from the sideline, and Greg Amsler checks into his backfield. Duke, one of the teams that Tennessee defeated this year. They run the draw play, and Alabama, led by nose man Willie Wyatt, brings him down. Big Willie is some load for the center. I want to tell you something. Alabama is actually challenging Tennessee to throw. The Volunteers showed 3 receivers to one side that time, and Alabama still just loaded up and waited for the draw. They're saying, go ahead and throw it. See if you can complete it. Kent Elmore in for his 2nd punt. And working against the wind has really proven difficult for Tennessee here in the opening quarter. Jelks inside the 50. He has great speed, and he's down to the 40-yard line. 9-yard return, but Alabama with great field possession for its 2nd possession. Plenty of time remaining in the opening quarter, so they have 6 minutes with that wind at their back.
4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
You know the difference between the AC Delco parts that go into race cars and the ones that go into your car? There isn't any. If you want to win, run with a winner.
When it comes to selling homes, there's only one sure thing on earth. From Paris, France, to Paris, Texas. From London, England, to London, Kentucky. From Toronto, Canada, to the islands of Japan, and to the island of Manhattan. Before the sun comes up tomorrow, more people will sell their homes with Century 21 than with anyone else in the world. People who want that competitive edge also want the nutrition of 100% whole grain. But if these eating cereals, only Wheaties is made with 100% whole grain. So only Wheaties gives you whole grain nutrition. Better get your whole grain.
You better eat your Wheaties.
Now with 25% less sodium than before.
6'4" Gary Hollingsworth, a senior, started the season as a backup. Then he threw 5 TDs against Ole Miss.
I sort of like this Hollingsworth guy. He's got something special, and I've looked into a lot of eyes of quarterbacks, including Bart Starr and John Unitas and others in huddles under extreme pressure. And what I saw from Gary Hollingsworth, I liked. And you don't have to be a mental giant to see that if you've been around in the areas that I have for so many years. And I think what Gary Hollingsworth does when the heat is on is produce. And that's why our guys have rallied to him so.
One writer said in the preseason, if Hollingsworth plays, Alabama goes 3-8. He was keeping a clipboard when Dunn went down. They called for him. He couldn't even find his helmet. He went in and got the save and scored the winning touchdown.
Tim, the ball is at the Tennessee 39 with Bama leading by a touchdown. Hollingsworth didn't fool him that time. Big Daryl Hardy said, I'm coming right in on the quarterback. The play fake will not freeze me.
Hardy was coming from the get-go. He didn't have to worry about a fake. Watch this. He's coming right now, and he moves to the outside to get that jump. Nobody picks him up. Matter of fact, Hollingsworth didn't see him until the last second. Peripherally, he saw him and went down. Safe play.
2nd and 17. Because of that 7-yard loss, Hollingsworth shows the shotgun formation for the first time for Alabama. They frequently use this. And then the inside handoff to Stacy. And he busts a tackle before he is finally forced out of bounds by Marion Hobby on the near side.
Watch the way that Tennessee feels on this. He wants to go to the inside. Instead, he has to bounce to the outside because of the contained man out on the outside. That's Henson, number 28, made force that play. He gets a good block out here, but that play's already ended.
Alabama gets 5 of the 7-yard loss back, so we're facing a 3rd and 12. The shotgun, the fake of the inside handoff. Hollingsworth to Russell, the tight end. He is out of bounds at the 30, just short of a first down. Daryl Hardy got all the way to the near side to get him out of bounds.
Russell's 6'1", 213 pounds. He's just going to drag across the middle, try to get lost underneath the zone. The zone just goes back to get into their hook areas, and he comes way underneath the linebackers. Nothing fancy about it. It's high percentage. But, Brent, that's what they want to do with Hollingsworth. They want to keep things high percentage so he can just use that strong arm. He's a pitcher on the baseball team, middle relief guy. Pitched a one-hitter against Alcorn State. No question about the strength in that arm.
Another 4th down for Bama. 1 yard to go. Stacy and Tennessee stuffs them. Volunteers ball is Shazam Bradley. They should call him Shazam on a play like that.
6'1", 246 pounds. Started as a freshman. In his short career, he's played nose guard, outside linebacker, defensive end, middle linebacker. Look at number 40 there. He just fills in the hole and gets going, dives, and makes the tackle.
That should lift the Volunteers' spirits. A 1st and 10 with Andy Kelly now in at quarterback. So a change for Tennessee. Johnny Majors will try Kelly. It's that toss sweep with Webb. And Bama is ready. Van Treese Davis, 47, delivers the initial blow.
Play on the game. Van Treese Davis, major turnover.
Kelly, a sophomore, 6'3", 200. Getting the signal relayed from the sideline.
This is not his first action now, Brent. As a matter of fact, as they came out of spring practice, Johnny Major said Kenton and Kelly both played well. Neither one stepped forward, so both could start.
They will send 3 wide receivers to the left. And Kelly quickly tosses that little slip screen, but Pickens with a knee on the ground when he caught it.
That's a freshman error, a critical error. Watch Pickens' knee now. He's just a freshman. The ball's thrown low, but he can't put that knee on the ground. He's either got to go down with his hands and make the catch, or just get it out of bounds, let it hit, and let it go.
A 3rd down and 13-yard situation for Kelly. Penalty flag goes down on the retreat by Kelly, who throws incomplete at the near side.
Kelly's pass incomplete. Intended for Morgan. Flag on the play.
All right, let's go. Dead ball. Ball scored, illegal motion on the offensive.
That's the 2nd time today.
You know what? I think McCants caused that. McCants looked like he was going to blitz, started dancing up near the line. Kelly was looking at him, and I think somebody jumped. Watch number 86, McCants, and see if he doesn't cause this. Here he is right here. Now watch him. He's coming. He's showing blitz. He dances up by the line. And they jump. He's making them antsy out there. They're a little bit concerned about that big guy. Kelly throws far side, incomplete, as Ephraim Thomas again does it defensively. What a great play by Thomas. Watch him up on the corner. Just gives ground, goes into his back pedal. Well, actually, he turned his back. He shouldn't do that, but he makes up ground quickly with his speed. He's got 4.5 speed. Never turn your back. You got to open up like a gate. So again, it is the busy Kent Elmore and a punt for the Volunteers. Jelks lets it bounce. It takes a Tennessee hop and goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 40-yard punt as Tennessee goes 3 and out for the second straight time. If you look at the two respective schedules, Tennessee has beaten a stronger group. They went out to the Rose Bowl to knock off UCLA. Don't forget Earl Bruce is the Colorado State coach. There's Alabama, a big win over Mississippi because of the way they accomplished it. 5 touchdown passes for Hollingsworth, who is throwing one here today. Off the delay, runs Turner, the fullback, straight ahead on first down. 2-yard gain, making it 2nd and 8. That is the time remaining in the opening quarter. With Tim Brandt, I'm Brent Musburger. Battle of Dixie, the 3rd Saturday in October. Alabama 7, Tennessee nothing. Again to Stacy. Hollingsworth goes complete for another Alabama first down. And it was one of the best names in all of college football. Prince Wimbley, number 32. Some of the all-time classic names have come out of this league. Prince Wimbley, Lawyer Tillman, Richmond Flowers. Again, it's the play action that makes this go. See, he just puts the ball on his hip, comes back. They're in a basic zone defense, and they're just sliding into the seam. There's nothing fancy about it. They're challenging Tennessee and say, give us something more. And a 14-yard gain gives them the first down at midfield. Again from the shotgun. Hollingsworth drops off the screen pass, and Bama with another first down. So Sirhan Stacy gains 13 yards on that reception.
13 yards, first down, Alabama.
The worst thing that's happened to Tennessee thus far is Hollingsworth has gotten a lot of confidence early.
Tennessee, 37.
Johnny Majors facing a hot quarterback. Again on first down, using the play fake. Near side, another completion. Kelly Days with cover. Well, we got something else brewing, so let's check in with Greg Gumbel.
Brent, at Michigan State, big game in the Big Ten. Illinois' Jeff George goes up top to Mike Bellamy for 53 yards. That's the longest pass allowed by Michigan State this season. It set up a 1-yard touchdown pass by Jeff George, and Illini leads Michigan State 7-0 in the first quarter.
All right, Greg, here it's 7-0 Alabama. What a rope George throws. He's a fine-looking thrower. And here Hollingsworth setting the screen on the short side with his tight end Russell. Russell found an alley. Darrell Hardy, who is Mr. Everywhere for the Volunteers, finally getting him out of bounds. But Bama has rolled to the Tennessee 15. Backside screen, watch 81, Russell. He'll make the contact, then he'll drift back behind his blockers. The play is made here, though. Watch him run around Bradley. Just runs around him, then takes it upfield. Hollingsworth is 10 of 11 now for 106 yards. He has thrown 1 touchdown pass already in this game. And remember, here's a quarterback who burned Ole Miss with 5 touchdown passes. Alabama scored 62 that day. That's the distance that Bama needs for a first down.
Just
Brett, last year when Tennessee was 0-5, Johnny Majors made a change. He took Doug Matthews, his offensive coach, and put him on the defense. Matthews went over, and the first thing he did was simplify the defense. He went to a basic 4-3 scheme. They play a lot of zone. He thought simplicity was the key and let these guys just play football. Well, unfortunately, when you play a team like Alabama, when they are very skilled and high percentage and just pick you apart, it's costing them right now.
There's your Terps are down there. The Duke. With Houston battering right straight ahead. They have loaded up the eye that time. Mark Moore with the stop for the Tennessee Volunteers. So Bama moves the chains again, and that certainly gives you an indication as to how this game has gone. Alabama with 9 first downs in this game to only 2 for Tennessee. So the Tide continuing to move the chains here. Using Turner, the fullback, and they are keeping this Volunteer defense off balance. James Wilson with the tie. Alabama so far today has featured the pass on first down. That time, no fake. They give to the short man, the fullback, and the quick burst was there. This is spectacular play calling by Alabama so far.
You be the linebacker on this play, though. This is a big offensive line, 274 pounds. They wall off the right side. Turner just cuts it back inside, away from the pursuit. This field has a high crown on it, too. He was running downhill. 2nd and 2 for Alabama. Hollingsworth with all the time in the world. Out of the end zone. You know what, Brent? He had broken containment, too. He didn't take his eyes off the receiver. Had he just glanced to the right, it was wide open for a touchdown. He could have run it. Watch the contain man now. The contain man is right here, number 88. See, he gets outside the contain man. If he turns it up, he had the corner. He could have gone in and scored.
And the underneath man appeared to be open in that replay, too, Tim. So now facing a 3rd and 2 for Hollingsworth and the Tide. Rolling to the right. Just before he steps out of bounds, he throws the ball incomplete. He wanted Stacy that time, but there was good coverage by the Volunteers.
Smart play, though. He put it down as far on the ground as he could, right into the corner, so if he missed it, it would be incomplete. Rather than just throwing it up in the stands, he just threw a good pass that was either incomplete or it would be a great catch.
Big defensive stand by the Volunteers. And Philip Doyle, the 6'1 junior, also a baseball player, very reliable with the wind at his back.
Drafted by the White Sox in 1987 out of high school. Perfect from inside 40 yards this year.
So the 22-yard field goal causes the neon to flicker again on the scoreboard as Alabama opens up a 10-0 lead on Tennessee, and the Volunteers looking for a little offense here this afternoon.
Well, how do you like it so far?
I love SEC football.
You know, we've been talking about the #1 rushing team being Tennessee, the #1 rushing defense being Alabama, but Alabama is also the SEC's #1 scoring offense, averaging 31 points a game, and they come out here firing. Hollingsworth looks brilliant, too. Hey, he went in against Kentucky, and he comes out after the first series, and the trainer says, "What can we do for you?" He says, "Can you give me 20 pounds?"
Well, this is the start of our doubleheader here on CBS. USC and Notre Dame coming your way from South Bend. That's always a fine game. The Trojans have struggled. Who do you like in that game against Notre Dame? Trojans had a lot of trouble in this decade.
It's tough to go against Notre Dame. They've got all pistons firing right now. Everything is solid. Lou Holtz will have these guys ready for Southern Cal.
Well, the Volunteers are going to try it again, and Terrence Cleveland will haul this one back. And Lorenzo Ward
My man Whammy. They call him Whammy. He's named after a TV commercial, a monster that comes up. His name Whammy. He's a walk-on. This guy just loves to play football, just throws his body around. He asked for a chance. He said, hey, coach, all I want to do is play. Well, he plays all right. This is all he plays, special teams. But watch him come down, just reckless abandon, throw his head in there, and wham, down goes. Oh, you got to like it. Whammy's a cartoon monster.
Andy Kelly stays in as the quarterback with the final seconds ticking away here in the opening quarter, and they will run the fullback, and that is Amsler, who had checked into the game. Well, the story of this game has certainly been so far the Alabama defense and Gary Hollingsworth. Bama leading by 10 points at the end of the first quarter, and college football will return after this message and a word from your local station.
This is the shop of Samsat Pasar, a thriving establishment on the outskirts of Bangkok. Unlike other international executives, he has no phone system, no computers, not even a fax machine. He does, however, enjoy one modern and efficient service nearly 4 billion people in 175 countries today can take for granted. UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
You'd better send some money, Val. They say I need a root canal.
I'm calling about your band, Putrid Rage. You better send money. They're trashing my stage.
Dad, is there any way you could send the money today?
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 13,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less.
Keep in touch.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
If you choose to finance or lease your new GM vehicle someplace other than GMAC, you might find yourself waiting in line instead of out hugging one. GMAC. Nobody wants to get you into your new GM car or truck faster.
This is CBS.
It's been a killer's day, but I finally made it home. I plug on wine, turn the television on. But Jenny's at the end, I was squeezing a little rope. I think I know what to do. I'm going to Prime Time, that's my video store. Down to Prime Time for more videos. Down to Prime Time for more videos.
Do-it-yourself projects around the house come in all varieties. Some projects are simple, while others may be a bit more complicated. But regardless of your project's requirements, Tuscaloosa's own Harper Chambers Do-It Center has everything you need for the home. From light bulbs to lamp posts, from custom-made shutters to front porch swings, from barbecue grills to doors and windows. Chances are, whatever the project calls for, Harper Chambers Do-It Center has the products and the advice to help you make it look easy.
Back here at Legion Field, the news out of the locker room is not good for Murray Hill. They've just taken him in an ambulance to a local hospital where they're going to x-ray him to make sure that his ribs aren't fractured. If they're not fractured and he feels okay, the trainers say there's an outside chance he'll return. Brent?
Leslie, thank you, and Alabama certainly would miss him. One thing to note about Tennessee, they come in here unbeaten, having yielded only an average of 10.2 points a game, and already Bama has stung them for 10 points in the opening quarter. Kelly, far side complete. And Woods with his first reception of the game, and perhaps Kelly now can rally the Volunteers through the air. That's a 13-yard gain.
As confident as Sterling Henton is usually, he was shaken today, so Kelly comes in, steps right up, and just throws a quick out pattern. Nothing fancy to it, but he made the connection.
Well, Tennessee with a chance to get past their 35 for the first time this day, and again, they go to Woods, who is working on the far side, and that is John Mangum. defensively, who got him out of bounds over there. So this right now is the best field position that the Volunteers have enjoyed in this game. They have moved out to their own 45-yard line. Syracuse on the comeback after that big loss to Penn State last week. Here is Webb and nowhere. The defense is really focused in on on Webb right now, and that was Steve Webb who made the hit. So it was Webb against Webb, no relation, and he brings him down.
The play was actually made by Byron Holbrooks. He doesn't make the tackle, but he made the penetration, which got Webb off his stride. Watch this. Big number 79 comes in right there. Just blew his blocker away and came in cleanly. Anton Davis barely got a hand on him. Kelly throwing far side, complete again to Thomas Woods with John Mangum over there. Kelly showing a strong arm to the outside. You've got to deliver that ball with a little mustard, and Kelly has. Brent, they call Woods Mr. Clutch. He had 58 catches last year. That was a school record. He only needs 23 more to break the all-time career mark set by Tim McGee. So now they've gone to him 3 times in a row, and it's made a big difference offensively.
Very steady receiver. Doesn't possess that breakaway speed of a Willie Gault, the great track star out of Tennessee. Kelly now rolling to the left, playing with some confidence. He puts it away because his receivers were covered. And it will bring up a decision for Johnny Majors. This is going to be a 4th and 2. He's down by 10. And he'll go with his punter, Kent Elmore. He'll play it conservatively here near midfield, not wanting to give Bama good field position. Remember now, Tennessee with the wind at its back this quarter. So let's see if Elmore can bury the tide. Jelks signals fair catch. It's a bluff. And it goes into the end zone, so it'll come out on the 20. That's not what Elmore wanted to do in that situation. So when you come back, it'll be Bama ball, 1st and 10, and they lead it by 10.
Do you know what Magnavox has done to CD technology?
They invented it.
Sure, but you know what they did now?
They made it sound great.
Tom's right. Magnavox compact disc players have been top rated for flawless sound.
I know that.
But now, they have a 6-disc changer that lets you play up to 7 hours of uninterrupted music.
I know that, too.
And you could program it to play the songs you want in the order you want.
I already knew that.
So why don't you tell me?
Because it's fun being smarter than you.
Magnavox. Smart choice. Very smart.
New Aspen Cologne for men. A compelling new experience for women. Aspen, now.
One Dry is brewed longer. One Dry is brewed from the most expensive ingredients. One Dry refreshes completely. One taste, and you'll know why. One Dry is Michelob Dry.
.26 remaining in the first half. This was a big 3rd down for Tennessee. It's a roll this way by Kelly, but watch the pursuit by all these guys in here to stop the play. And then he's not in the screen yet, but on the right hand of your screen is number 42, Lee Osment. He strings it out. Now watch the right hand. Here comes Osment. Okay, he strings this thing out, and then here comes the pursuit. Vantrese Davis, here's the linebacker McCants we talked about. Big play. They don't get first. They don't even get close to the first where Johnny Majors could go for it.
Now Kelly checking upstairs. At no point could Kelly turn it upfield himself and get it even close to a 1st down. So Tennessee is forced to punt it away. And now Alabama has a 1st and 10 coming out from their own 20-yard line. A little bit of a delay with Stacy, who now inherits the workload as Murray Hill has gone to the X-rays, gone to the hospital for X-rays. Walker bringing him down. The Illini continuing to lead Michigan State, and now Duke has opened it up a little bit on Maryland. Boston College and Navy still scoreless in another ACC game. Ivy League. And here in the SEC, the two leaders with Alabama holding the upper hand, and the tight end Russell with that completion and run out of bounds by number 87, Daryl Hardy. What an active defensive player he has been again.
Watch Russell now. The play action, they're in a basic zone. Play action freezes them. He comes out, just slides out. Again, it's a high percentage pass. Nothing fancy.
Actually, Russell did a superb job on Hardy that time. He came out and initiated contact, quickly threw back, and got open as a receiver. Well done by the Bama tight end. On the roll, the red-hot Hollingsworth has got another receiver on the far side, and that is Marco Battle. He is 12 of 15 already. This man named Hollingsworth. And when the season began, it was Jeff Dunn, Tim, who was the quarterback.
Well, Jeff Dunn was a highly recruited athlete out of high school. He came in here. He was 15-0 as a prep star. Won his first 3 games, but he got hurt. Hollingsworth comes in. He never plays. He played behind Vince Sutton, Jeff Dunn, Mike Shula, Billy Ray. Never got a chance. But he was a high school player, too, who threw for 2,300 yards.
Stacy to the short side, and nothing doing, and still he managed to get a gain out of it before Hobby could bring him down. There didn't seem to be any daylight over there.
Hobby making a tackle. Nice play, make 3 yards.
You know, it was Hollingsworth's performance that really accelerated the healing process on Dunn. They said he'd be out 6 to 8 weeks. He could play today.
Second down and 7. They run the draw with Stacy. Very calmly picking his way closer to that first down. Hardy and Ernest Fields bring him down defensively. West Virginia up a touchdown on the Bearcats in the opening quarter. And Rutgers kicks a field goal. Stacy has carried 9 times in relief of Murray Hill for 31 yards. Can he hold up? That would be the big question for the Bama coaching staff right here. Straight ahead power football, and did he get it? Martin Houston, the big fullback, and he was thrust back by the volunteer defense, and you can see he did not as the punt team pours onto the field. Now, punting has been a problem for Alabama. Bill Curry very concerned right now about Bill Smith. His left hand with the glove was broken earlier this year. He's had a couple of punts blocked. He takes his time getting it off. Tennessee not coming after it. They're going to set a return, and it's Thomas Woods at the 24 to the 30. Just short of the 35-yard line. An 11-yard return for Woods. And so Tennessee trying to get up on that scoreboard.
Mike Smith making a tackle.
Here on the 3rd Saturday of October at Legion Field in Birmingham, it's 10-0 Bama.
If ground clearance is important in your next pickup, watch this visual test. 2 full-size half-ton 4x4s, Chevy and Ford, try to drive over this protected camera cage. First, the Chevy. Plenty of clearance. But the Ford. Cameras don't lie. When it comes to half-ton ground clearance, nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
The heartbeat of America. Chevrolet.
Because most of our flights are short, this is what our meals look like on Southwest Airlines. It's also what our fares look like. Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has one of the best on-time records in the country.
Mr. Smith, you're early.
Just something to remember. Southwest Airlines.
will hurt if I swallow. It will hurt if I swallow. It will hurt if I... Mommy!
When your throat hurts, Chloraseptic works on contact. Because only Chloraseptic has the power of phenol to penetrate nerve endings and stop sore throat pain. Fast.
More juice, please.
Chloraseptic is fast relief.
Tennessee trailing Alabama by 10. Leslie, Tim and I are dreaming of a halftime snack.
Thanks, Brent. You know about this place. Alabama, of course, is rich in tradition. They have all those national titles, the Roar of the Crimson Tide. There's another tradition associated with the university. It's a restaurant. Hey, actually, it's a shack located 5 minutes from campus up the road where they don't take credit cards, only cash. But you can get anything you want there, ribs and best white bread in town. I think you guys ought to have it catered at halftime. Brent?
I think Webb is heading right for the front door on this run. Brought out of bounds here on the near side, and that was Steve Webb who gets him out of bounds again. That place is going so strong that they got an 800 number, a toll-free number that you can call for.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, if Big John is in there cooking, if he wants to be the MVP, he'd be out right now sending us some ribs for halftime.
Second down. Webb with only 17 yards on 7 carries, and remember, he spoke up this week, saying that Tennessee was going to move the ball against Alabama here this afternoon. Incomplete. John Mangum, the veteran safety man out of McGee, Mississippi, knocks that one away from Thomas Woods. There are the ribs right there, huh? And old Big John sitting close by, keeping an eye. Now, that guy should be on the All-Madden team. He should be the team cook, okay?
Oh, he can do that. No question about it. You know, Bear Bryant used to go in there and get some ribs. Ray Perkins used to send 40 pounds of ribs over to the Bear Bryant Hall for the players.
Third down and 9 yards to go for Kelly. Swing pass out, hits his safety valve man. First and 10 and into Alabama territory. Greg Emsler, number 47, with a 20-yard burst, and that's the best offensive play of the game so far for Tennessee.
No question about it, and the reason it works so well is because he holds onto the ball to the very last second. He looks downfield, waits, now throws it out there. Nobody picks up the Iceman, the little slide back out of the backfield, and Emsler just takes it up to an open field.
All the points so far have been scored with the wind at Bama's back. Now a timeout by Kelly. It's in the first half, so coaches and quarterbacks will frequently use their timeouts early. Where a coach doesn't want to see a timeout used early is in the second half of a game. But here Kelly, who was uncertain when he came up to the line. We'll go over and talk with Johnny Majors and his coaching staff, and we'll take a break and come right back.
It's 32 degrees. It's getting late. And Jan Trumpeter is learning all about her antifreeze. The hard way.
Why is this happening to me?
Don't push your luck. Guarantee it with Advanced Formula Prestone.
You are a new dawn rising, out past the far horizon. You are a bright light burning, you're all that you're learning. Get ready for tomorrow, in the Navy of today. You are the hope, you are the promise, you are tomorrow. You are the Navy, you are the hope, you are the promise, you are tomorrow. You are the Navy.
To you, who will shape our future, you, the promise of America, we invite you to learn the technology of tomorrow while you serve your country in the Navy of today.
You are the hope, you are the promise, you are tomorrow. You are the Navy.
2 weeks
10-0, Alabama leading, but Tennessee on the move. They have marched to the Bama 45-yard line. Best drive easily of the day so far. You can see how they've been stalled earlier. They have changed quarterbacks. Hinton, the starter, is gone after opening up 0 of 3. And in his place, Kelly, 4 of 6 for 51 yards. He's hit Woods 3 times. Under pressure, drops the screen off beautifully. The alley is open, and Greg Emsler again takes it down that far sideline with Mangum getting him out of bounds. A 24-yard gain and a perfectly executed play, letting the rush come in early.
Watch the way the linemen here get their initial hit and then bounce to the outside to form the convoy. Watch this, see? They just slide out there. He just dumps it over. Amsler takes it now. He's got all these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers in front of him.
First and 10 for Tennessee. The ball inside the Bama 25-yard line. Stepping to the outside is Webb. And now Tennessee starting to roll. Lee Osment bringing him down. The adjustments at the line of scrimmage, and Webb took this one on outside.
This offensive line averages 285 pounds. That's bigger than the San Francisco 49ers, but this time he just cuts outside because Alabama gets all tied up with the linemen. Everybody's inside. He bounces to the outside, the open field.
So the 10-yard run by Webb, his longest of the game so far. Ball inside the Bama 15. They'll pitch to him and swing him right. Close to the goal line.
Boy, they found something now, Brent. They're hitting the corners, and they're hitting them hard. This is McCants, the linebacker. Everybody's inside again. The play goes outside, but you see how they fold block? They just set that fold block up and cut the linebacker's pursuit, and they're going to the outside now. If they can cut that pursuit off from Alabama, they're going to have some big daylight coming, and they've had it this far in this series.
First and goal, the ball at the Bama 2-yard line. Out of the power eye, Poles is stood up at the goal line. It'll be second and goal. Same play, though, in the same daylight. Johnny O'Neill right through that hole.
Boy, that's not easy to do. Even you said stood him up. That's right. He's 251 pounds to watch in here, the pursuit. Oh, my. Looked like Chris Gardner got there first. He got some help from Mangum. Mangum's only 174. Took on a 250-pounder.
Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg Emsler over the top. Burke will attempt to pull the Volunteers to within 3 points of Alabama here in the first half. Bill Curry's defense will have to regroup because Johnny Major's offense has found a way. It's a 3-point game, and we're coming right back.
You've seen me hit the ball down this line. And I'm known for my ability to cross this line. But you'll never see me anywhere near these lines. Be like Bo. Say no.
The Southeastern Conference, the foundation.
Took them a long time to get it going, but watch this offensive line. I told you it weighs 284 pounds, bigger than the 49ers. McCray, Maslinski, Fisher, Still, and Davis. Watch them fire out right into the end zone. All Ansler has to do is go right over top of them. Bingo, touchdown. Tennessee's on the board.
The 2 plays which set up that touchdown were both passes from Kelly to Amsler, who scored. Jelks and Stacy are back deep, and this is Jelks. to the 25-yard line. Well, at the conclusion of today's college football broadcast, we'll select a Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the Game from each team. Chevrolet donates a $1,000 scholarship to the General Scholarship Fund of both Alabama and Tennessee. Alabama moved out to a 10-0 lead in the first quarter. Now Tennessee has scored, and all the points have scored with the wind at the back of the respective teams. Bama moving into that wind now, which is blowing at about 12 miles an hour, at least before the game. Hollingsworth with a play fake, incomplete to the near side. Sanderson is intended receiver.
You make an excellent point about that wind. When you and I were down there yesterday, the players thought, hey, it's supposed to die down tomorrow. But we were getting blown all over the field then. It has died down somewhat. But all those points, as you mentioned, are going with the wind. It's tough to go into it. It's a force.
Hollingsworth is 12 of 16 for 116 yards and a touchdown. From the shotgun, the inside shuffle to Stacy. Big hole. Stacy breaks free at midfield. They won't touch him. Cyril Stacy explodes. Doyle for the extra point. It is blocked. The block of an extra point, which could prove huge as this game continues to unfold. So a 75-yard touchdown by Stacy, and Curry is furious about the blocked extra point. He knows how important that is in a game like this. Officially, this is a pass play on this sort of inside off the shotgun. Hollingsworth to Stacy.
It's as safe as you can go. If he drops it, it's incomplete. You're right. They pull the guard. They shuffle pass it to him. Very high percentage play. He cuts it up inside. And great call. He's going. So is our win theory.
Number 17.
A moment of high for Alabama, and suddenly a moment of low as Charles McCray, an offensive tackle, used on that kick team, gets it blocked. Woods runs up to the 12. And near the 30-yard line, let me check that. That was Terrence Cleveland with the 18-yard return, number 4, not number 5.
But you were right about McCray with the block, and he also had a blocked field goal at Auburn. He's 6'8". He was a former nose guard. They moved him over to left tackle.
16-7. Alabama leading Tennessee. There's the man who blocked the extra point. Member of the TBA. This is Webb. Big hole in the middle. Out to the 46-yard line. A 16-yard rump. Tennessee able to have it any way they want from scrimmage right now.
It's getting exciting now. It's like a track meet. Big offensive line this time shows a little bit of adversity. Watch, they pull their guard, they come on out. Look at the agility on that offensive line, and then all Webb has to do is follow that big hole. You could have gotten through that one, Brent.
Somebody carried. Run Webb on the draw. Spencer Hammond bringing him down for the Tide. Of course, Webb must carry the burden because of the fact that Reggie Cobb has been kicked off the Tennessee team permanently. Cobb reportedly failed a drug test, and Johnny Majors kicked him off the team. So now it is Webb who has begun to carry the load here this afternoon. Kelly incomplete and almost caught after it was deflected by Hammond.
Spencer Hammond, 6'2", 230-pound linebacker from Rome, Georgia, gets back into his hook area. He's reading the back out of the backfield right away. Now he slides in between the two receivers and just goes after the football. Goes up, gets it at its highest point. It's good zone coverage that time by Hammond.
Amsler is now the fullback. He has been the main man receiving for Kelly. Kelly hits the open man. On the far side, Alvin Harper. And it's a 1st and 10 for Tennessee. They keep the drive alive as Kelly hits a 19-yarder on 3rd down.
Hey, Brett, watch number 50 right there. That's Myslinski. He comes back out of there to protect the quarterback and throws the block up at the top of the screen, which allows Kelly the time to make that throw.
First catch of the day by Alvin Harper, number 81. Mangum making the hit. Kelly changing the call at the line of scrimmage. The ball inside the Bama 35. Webb, and he is taken head on by George Thornton. All 293 pounds of George Thornton. Well, at Legion Field, Alabama striking in the opening quarter. Turner with a touchdown pass from Hollingsworth, and then Doyle added a field goal to make it 10-0 before Tennessee came back on Amsler scoring from the 1-yard line. Then Stacy bolting 75 yards, but the extra point blocked, and now Tennessee with a 2nd and 10. Kelly over the middle, intercepted in the goal, intercepted by Thomas. Down at the 10-yard line, not certain where he was on the field for just a moment, so electing to finally bring it out instead of kneeling down where it would have been a touchback, but he wasn't sure how the officials would rule on it, and of course he's just an inexperienced player, but it's a huge play by him, and Coach Curry greeting him on the sideline as he comes off. He's made 3 big plays in that secondary today.
It was a bad read by Kelly. His tight end was wide open. Adams was wide open. Instead, he goes to the deep man, Pickens, and he threw into coverage.
Turner, the fullback, for a couple of yards. That is the 3rd interception of the season for Thomas, and the 3rd big play that he's made in that secondary today. He's deflected a couple of passes. Now he intercepts one. Inside of 6 minutes, Alabama 16, Tennessee 7. This is the first time since 1973 these two teams have come into this game unbeaten. Stacy ran 75 yards the last time he touched the ball. Is stacked up by Rogers and Bradley this time. And the second half of our doubleheader will be at South Bend, USC and Notre Dame.
Brent, it's fun to watch the little intricacies of this offense. Homer Smith, the offensive coordinator, tries to dictate to the defense, align the defense with his formations, move them around. Like the last time, he moved his tight end from one side to the other to see what defense they were in.
Hollingsworth with plenty of time throws the swing to the fullback, and he is close to the first down. Hayworth making the hit on Turner, and this will depend entirely on where they spot the ball, and it is not close enough. Alabama will have to punt. Now this should give Tennessee good field position. Remember, Bill Smith has had a couple of punts blocked this year. He's standing inside his own 5-yard line. But again, the Volunteers elect to set a return with the wind at their back. Takes almost a neutral hop, and it'll be Tennessee's ball at about the 47-yard line. Well, if Bill Curry and Bama can escape this one, they still have a tough one at Penn State and down at Baton Rouge. At home, they play Mississippi State, Southern Miss, and then they go to Auburn. Normally, the Auburn-Alabama game is played here. Tennessee, a somewhat easier schedule. I know we throw that term around loosely, but they still have to go to Baton Rouge next week and a game at Ole Miss, but they get Jerry Faust and Akron in between, and then they close up with Kentucky and Vanderbilt. We have an injured player down on the field. That is Houston Thomas, a Tennessee linebacker who was shaken up on punt coverage that time. So while he's being tended to by the Tennessee staff, we'll take this break and come right back.
You won't believe the shop vac. It comes with a surprise.
So where's the surprise?
In a minute. First, this baby picks up stuff like nails and glass, and like a regular shop vac, it also picks up water.
So where's the surprise?
Just watch. You twist the top, lift it off, and you've got a surprisingly powerful blower.
And now Shop Vac puts its power to work cleaning carpet stains with Spot Check. It turns any Shop Vac into a powerful carpet cleaner. Shop Vac. If it doesn't say Shop Vac, keep shopping.
Which compact passenger van helps you stop best on the slippery curves you drive on? Chevy Astro or Ford Aerostar? Chevy's standard four-wheel anti-lock brakes help you make controlled stops. Ford doesn't offer four-wheel anti-lock brakes. And look what can happen if the front wheels skid during braking. So stop and think. Chevy Astro gives you the technology of four-wheel anti-lock brakes. Nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
An outsider with a price on his head.
Tell me what you're up to.
Takes Ethan's love.
You're hugging on him in the street. Now the man's sleeping in your house.
I feel responsible for him.
And threatens his family's life. On Paradise. Then,
What is your name, G.I.?
a man and a woman, enemies at war.
You're getting me out of here.
United by a common struggle.
You're a human being.
Tour of Duty following Paradise tonight.
The NFL schedule on CBS tomorrow. Tim will set sail for Kansas City and see if the Dallas Cowboys can finally break into the W column. Tim, I'll head up to New York and keep you up to date not only on these, but also the rest of the day. Those are the late games. The Giants head out to take on Jim McMahon in San Diego, and we'll tee it up at 12:30 Eastern time tomorrow. So here in Birmingham on the third Saturday of October, in one of the great football rivalries, the Tennessee Volunteers have lost a linebacker because of what appears to be a left ankle injury, their best starting field position of the day. And that is the man who has really been the workhorse, Greg Amsler, since coming in off the bench. Keith McCants taking him off. But Tim, not only has Amsler run the ball for the touchdown, but he has been great as a wide receiver outside.
And blocking as well. You know, they had to get a little shot in the arm. Webb came in and wasn't doing much. Here's a hurry-up offense.
And a surprise play. They slip it outside, and Carl Pickens, they try to find him an alley, and actually Alabama reacted rather quickly to that. They get their first down on it with a 7-yard gain, but that one could have broken free. So Johnny said he had some new wrinkles today, and there's one of them. Webb, number 44, back into the backfield. All of them have a 36-yard line. And Webb tripped up as he got past the line of scrimmage. Steve Webb, the junior from Holt, Alabama, tripping him up.
Brent, Chuck Webb in his first 7 carries today got only 17 yards. In his last 5 carries, he's had 44 yards. So the Tennessee Valley Authority, that offensive line, starting to wake up and open some holes.
Second down and long yardage here for the Volunteers. Kelly, and down he goes, and the ball comes free. Tennessee appeared to fall on it, but it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Spencer Haywood coming from the blind. Haywood. Spencer Hammond coming from the blind side, delivered the blow. Spencer Haywood, he would love that.
He showed the agility of a Haywood, I'll tell you that.
Hammond slam dunked him, though, I will say that.
Watch the left side of your screen, 44. See him there? Watch the pursuit. Just blows the blocker away. Chases the quarterback all the way. Across the field and knocks it loose. I'm not so sure that that ball was coming forward.
Thankfully, we won't delay to find out. Third down. Kelly. Down the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Morgan. A 32-yard scoring strike. How about those Volunteers?
Like number 32 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Burke. A little bit of a wobbler, but it splits the uprights. And now it is 16-14. And isn't Bill Curry wishing that his extra point a moment ago had been good too? He's now sitting on a 2 rather than a 3-point lead and trying to rally his troops on the far sideline.
The Tennessee offensive line has been great on run blocking. They've been criticized for pass blocking. This time they hold everybody out. Kelly still puts the ball up for grabs, but I want you to watch Morgan. Great coverage out here by Manga. Morgan just blocks him out with his body. Gets his body between the defender and the ball, goes up and gets it at his highest point, and there's the touchdown. Oh, watch Andy Kelly. Sophomore out of Dayton. He got leveled, but he knows it's a touchdown. That's right. We did it. We're bad.
And Burke with the ball on the tee to kick it off for Tennessee. The Volunteers have roared back with 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. Wind blowing the ball off the tee. Stacy, and Jelks is at the left side. He's number 22. And they're going to bring it to Jelks at the 1. And now get back to the 20-yard line. Mark Fletcher leads the coverage downfield for Tennessee. Some pressure now on Hollingsworth and the Bama offense.
Alabama first and 10 from its own 18.
So with their best field position of the day, Tennessee moves to a touchdown in 5 plays and uses only 1 minute on the clock. Inside of 3 minutes now in the first half. They fake the toss. Hollingsworth to Sanderson. A first down for Bama.
Oh, is that set up nicely? He just runs the waggle, what they call a waggle. All the motion goes to the right side, fakes the pitch, kind of rolls to the left and hits his man out there. Watch this, and watch how he just sets it up. He'll come out here, give him a little fake the pitch, and then go out by himself to the left side. Again, they're in a zone. He just throws it in the seam. Nicely done.
Alabama 16, Tennessee 14. 13 more yards passing for Hollingsworth and a first and 10 at the Bama 30-yard line. Stacy. Time remaining first half. In case you just joined us, Murray Hill was shaken up early in the game. He's the lead tailback for Alabama. He has gone to a hospital here to have his ribs x-rayed. And Hollingsworth has completed 15 of 19 for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. Under pressure, gets this one off alertly. He hits Charlie Abrams, one of his tight ends, improvising that pass. And it will be 3rd and short for Bama. first down.
Hollingsworth is very poised, isn't he? Just very much in control. After he struggled, Brent, last week against Southwest Louisiana, he went up to Bill Curry and he says, Coach, I was doing too many interviews last week. Can you keep him away from me? So he says, all right, I'll shelter you. Didn't let him talk to anybody this week, and he looks very composed, very poised.
Good pressure, swinging away from it again, throwing near side, and hits Sanderson. Craig Sanderson with a defender, Preston Warren, who is a standout, hanging all over him. Sanderson holds on to the ball, a 12-yard gain, and another first down.
Watch Hollingsworth spin away from Marion Hobby. Hobby comes through. See him up there, number 90? He just spins right around, keeps his vision, sees the man outside. Here comes Sanderson, working inside again, using that body inside the defender, Warren, and he makes the catch.
And Alabama uses its first timeout of the afternoon. Hollingsworth over to the far side to huddle with Coach Curry's coaching staff. And a reminder that coming up at halftime, the Prudential College Football Report with Greg Gumbel. Prince Wembley, number 32, trotting out of the field with Hollingsworth. A little over a minute remaining in the first half, and Bama leading the Volunteers by 2, 16-14. It's a 2 because Alabama misfired on an extra point, which was blocked. Now on a 1st and 10, Hollingsworth under pressure, drops it off again to a safety valve, and Stacy bringing it out of bounds here on the near side. Daryl Hardy pursuing the quarterback.
This guy's an ice cube. Watch Hardy. Hardy's number 87. He comes in, he's all over Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth still has the presence of mind. Say, oh, I'm going the other way. Brings it up and hits his receiver.
Well, Hardy with 10 tackles, a sack, and several pressures already in this game. Magnificent game defensively for Hardy so far. From the shotgun. Diving a reception, but out of bounds, incomplete. Craig Sanderson saying that it should have been ruled complete here on the near sideline. What a fine control receiver Craig Sanderson is.
Calling to 39 from Tennessee.
This is awfully close to being inbound. Sanderson, you're right, has control, drags those feet behind him. Watch his left foot. In college, you only need 1 foot in. I think what they ruled is he didn't have possession.
Now a 3rd down for Bama. Turner, the fullback, also an excellent receiver. Over the middle and complete to Stacy. First down at the Tennessee 17-yard line. 22 yards. Hollingsworth to Stacy. They have 2 timeouts left, and they will use one of them right now. They'll stop the clock at 46 seconds.
Boy, he's methodical. He's efficient. Watch him step up into this pocket here. Here comes all the pressure. He comes right back up in the middle to the pocket and finds Saran in the middle. He knows where all his receivers are at all times, has great vision, great poise. He knew the pressure was coming from the outside. He stepped to the inside, the middle, and saw Saran.
Majors wants the defensive team to come over. The Bama crowd hoping to get at least a field goal with 46 seconds to go out of this. And certainly, most of all, they would love to see a touchdown.
They've worked this clock extremely well. 46 seconds left. They know they're within field goal range now. Watch Hollingsworth go to the end zone. Stacy Saran, 4 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown. He has been the hot receiver.
1st and 10 for Bama. The ball on the Tennessee 17. 46 seconds and a timeout remaining. Pump fake. wanted Sanderson and threw it out of the end zone. He was beautifully covered that time by Preston Warren, the junior from Knoxville. He's a great defensive back.
It's a good call, though, Brent. You want to go for the end zone there. First down, 40 seconds. Now you back them up. Now you can work something underneath, see what's available. But you want to make them think touchdown right away. You want to make those defensive backs loosen up, play soft, and back up and think end zone.
Murray studying that clock. 40 seconds left. Hollingsworth throws this one out of bounds and stops it again at the 36-second mark. What he likes to see is a quarterback not make a mistake in that situation. Get the ball out of bounds and stop the clock if your man is covered.
Well, and that's been a concern, too. They're +3 in the turnover ratio. But Hollingsworth has 6 interceptions and 6 touchdowns, so he has been throwing it to the defensive guy occasionally.
The Alabama staff has to figure that Doyle can kick a field goal from near this point. They have been trying to get the touchdown so far. This time, they pick up some yardage over the middle with Turner blasting inside the 10. This is going to be close to a first down. The clock still running. Now it is stopped at the 22-second mark. Daryl Hardy is back defensively. It is a first down. A big first down, because with 22 seconds and a timeout left, they can again go for the end zone. But instead, Hollingsworth just chucks it out here to stop the clock, and 2 seconds run out. He had a free shot at the end zone if he'd have wanted to take it that time, Tim.
No question about it. I'm not sure he knew that the clock stopped to move the chains. You mentioned it. It stopped at 22 seconds. I don't know why he was throwing it out. But the best point was made about when we were talking about being in Doyle's range. Go for the end zone. Loosen him up. And see, then he came underneath to Turner, because you already softened the zone.
Well, the importance of this game, you can tell simply by looking at the SEC standings. The Sugar Bowl prize awaits the winner of the conference. No Alabama or Tennessee team has won the SEC after losing this game. It's 16-14. Alabama ahead by 2 points. Alabama still with a timeout remaining. You know, one of the things the college players watch the NFL, and to get the clock stopped, frequently you've got to quickly chuck it out of bounds in that situation. In a college game, when there's a first down, the clock stops automatically.
Exactly. It doesn't start until the chains are set again. So he had time to audibilize or get a signal from Curry, whatever he wanted to do. He did not have to throw it away.
They'll use the shotgun on this second and goal. Hollingsworth with plenty of time. No pressure and incomplete. Wanted his tight end, Russell. Julian was the defensive back.
15 seconds. Russell had a shot at this, too, because of all the time. This was a coverage play. All right, everybody's covered. Now, finally, there's his tight end comes open. And should have made that catch.
Right through his hands. Now Sanderson, who has held on to everything he's touched, comes down to the near side. 15 seconds. Inside to Stacy. This time short of a touchdown. As Mark Moore makes a touchdown-saving tackle. And Alabama forced to use its final timeout. The ball is at the 2. All right, Tim, you be the coach.
You've got 8 seconds left. I'd go for the field goal. If you go for it and they stop you there, that's a big advantage for Tennessee going into that locker room.
Remember, they blocked his last one right in the middle. He did not get it up. And McCray was able to get through. They set the swinging gate. It'll be a 19-yard attempt. The pressure the last time came right down the middle. Jeff Wall is the holder. This one right through. And Alabama leading 19-14. We'll come back for the final 5 seconds in just a moment.
Alabama 19.
When Rutgers and Princeton played history's first college football game in November 1869, both squads faced an identity crisis. How to distinguish who was on which team? Since neither squad had uniforms, the Rutgers players decided to put on red headbands, and thus they gained a permanent nickname. Rutgers players today are still known as the Scarlet Knights. Rutgers also won that first game, 6-4. This is Brent Musburger recalling the great traditions of college football. Bill Curry in Alabama settling for a field goal on 4th down after threatening for a touchdown. The 19 is the result of a missed extra point. This the final 5 seconds. They'll kick it along the artificial turf, and the clock will run out. So Alabama will take a 19-14 lead into the locker room here at Birmingham. Now let's go back to our New York studios for Greg Gumbel.
All right, Brent, thank you very much, and welcome back, everyone, to our studios in New York. Coming up, Mike Francesa and I will take you around the country for scores and highlights from all of today's games, and I'll have a special report on the mounting troubles facing the athletic programs at the University of Florida. Stay tuned. The Prudential College Football Report continues on CBS after this message and a word from your local station.
Michelob Dry introduces the 20-ounce dry. The one dry for two.
The tornado that hit Council Bluffs took a lot of people by surprise.
All of a sudden, the house starts shaking.
It was such a roar that you couldn't hear anything.
There was very bad damage.
But the All-State Catastrophe Team soon followed with some surprises of their own.
When the adjuster came, he took care of the settlement for both the house and the car, and it was all done within that day.
When the adjuster left, I had the check in my purse.
That Allstate really came through for us.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
I can't see a thing. Where are we? Oh, no.
Did you remember to bring the car in?
Napa, because there are no unimportant parts.
This is CBS.
Home, bring it on home, where you know that you are safe, where you plant your roots and grow. Bring it on home, Security Federal, bring it on home. Home, bring it on home. Folks that you can bank on, help you make your dreams come true. Bring it on home, Security Federal, bring it on home. Bring it on home, Security Federal, bring it on home.
Hunting season is here once again, so before you hit the mud holes and the dirt roads, get your B.F. Goodrich Mud Terrain TA radials from OK Tire Stores. These Tuscaloosa-made Mud Terrain TA radials have excellent mud traction, but yet offer smooth handling and a quiet ride, and you'll be surprised at the long tread life. Right now, your OK Tire Stores are offering these tires at extra special discounts. So before you get in a rut, come by one of the 5 convenient OK Tire Stores, Tuscaloosa, Northport, and Fayette.
If you're considering buying a new car, truck, or van, then listen to this message.
Townsend Ford has truckloads of new 90 model trucks, F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, two-wheel drives, four-wheel drives, 5-speed or automatic, equipped or stripped, whatever you need for work or play. And price will drive home a new 90 model F-150 for only $229 per month.
Don't miss this sale.
Truckloads of new 90 model F-150s for only $229 now at Townsend Ford.
WCFT-TV, Tuscaloosa.
CBS Sports presents the Prudential College Football Report, sponsored by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the Rock.
Welcome once again to the Prudential College Football Report, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Mike Francesa. The game you're watching from Birmingham. It's a happy birthday for Bill Curry. So far, his Crimson Tide is leading Tennessee. Let's get you caught up on what else is happening. In the battle for the outright lead in the Southwest Conference, Texas has just gone ahead of Arkansas in the second quarter. It was Tony Jones going up top 61 yards on the reception from Peter Gardier, and that's early in the second quarter. Texas with the lead over Arkansas, and Arkansas, people may not believe it around the country, Mike, is a pretty good and probably very underrated team.
They are so far, and this was a game that they always struggle with against Texas, especially in Fayetteville. Hatfield changed his offense this year from the flex bone to the eye. They're coming back already, Greg. That's going to be a tough game today, but one they should win.
All right, speaking of a struggle in the Big Ten at East Lansing, Michigan State, which has suffered tough losses to Notre Dame, Miami, and Michigan, trails Illinois 7-0 at halftime on a touchdown pass by Jeff George. Cincinnati is at West Virginia, and the Major is rolling again. The Mountaineers scored on their first 4 possessions of this game, and Harris will scramble here and get free to throw a 30-yard strike to Reggie Rembert in the corner of the end zone. Harris with 12 touchdown passes this year, and the Mountaineers are rolling against the Cincinnati Bearcats. Air Force is at TCU. TCU in the lead in the second quarter. D. Dowis is 0 for 4 throwing the ball and a -2 yards rushing so far this afternoon. New Mexico is at Florida. Homecoming in Gainesville. A victory for the Gators would equal the Gators' best start since 1980. Emmitt Smith, another day for him. Another big one, 12-yard touchdown. That ties him with Neil Anderson for the lead in Gator career touchdowns. 30 career touchdowns. Florida is leading New Mexico. Western Carolina is at South Carolina. This game played in Columbia, and it's scoreless in the second quarter. Georgia Tech is leading North Carolina in the second quarter. Duke and Maryland are at the half. The Blue Devils looking to go 2-1 in the ACC against the Terps. Purdue is at Ohio State. Greg Fry has put them ahead with a 4-yard touchdown pass. It is now 14-0 in favor of the Buckeyes in the second quarter. Syracuse and Rutgers are at halftime. Rutgers in charge there. Syracuse leading this series over the years 14-4-1. Navy and Boston College, each of these teams 1-4 on the year. Navy is in the lead. BC has suffered tough losses in 3 of its 4 losses. And Lafayette and Army dominating this series 11-1 and leading Lafayette handily in the second quarter. And Fordham is leading Princeton, or Princeton has now grabbed the lead on Fordham 17-14. They've met 3 times in the past, but not once since 1913. Don't forget, coming up in Game 2 of our college football doubleheader here on CBS, number 1 Notre Dame against number 9. Stuff to say about that great rivalry.
This is a week where you don't have to say very much, or sometimes where you got to get up there and give 8 pep talks just to get them out to practice. But you don't have to say anything. Just point at the calendar and it says Southern Cal. And I think that Southern Cal has a great school, great tradition, and this has really been a class rivalry, and it will be again today. It's the best in the East versus the best in the West on the average.
That's Lou Holtz, and I don't think there's any doubt that there are several teams that all year long, Mike, point to Notre Dame as the one important spot on their schedule. One of those teams is Southern Cal.
And when Larry Smith took the job at USC, he was confronted with 3 goals. Beat UCLA, go to the Rose Bowl, and beat Notre Dame. He's done the first 2. He's been primed all year to accomplish the 3rd. Tough game today. USC has a tremendous defense. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. 2 keys for Notre Dame. They have to get some ground and gain some ground on first down, get that yardage going on the ground. Number 2, pressure Marinovich into mistakes.
All right, Mike, that's coming up later today. Still to come, a look at troubled times for the University of Florida athletic program, and we'll talk live with the man in charge of the Florida State University system. But right now, the Prudential College Football Report continues on CBS with a look at more scores from across the nation.
We go above and beyond just like you, above and beyond what we have to do.
I'm a Prudential representative. When I talk to people about CDs and mutual funds, they're surprised at the wide range of investment opportunities I can offer.
You work hard, so do we. to make what you work for a reality. The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
We go above and beyond just like you, above and beyond what we have to do.
I'm a Prudential representative, and I help people review their life insurance needs because I know how much the right life insurance means to me and my family.
You take pride in your life, so do we. Going above and beyond is our policy. The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
Welcome back. Updating a score which has just changed in the last half minute for you. Texas and Arkansas. Arkansas's Quinn Grovey has thrown a 6-yard touchdown pass to Billy Wilson, and with 8:20 remaining to be played in the first half, Arkansas leads it by a score of 14-10. Well, it is homecoming today at the University of Florida, but the game against New Mexico is played under an ever-darkening cloud over the entire Florida athletic program.
On the surface, it's like any other homecoming weekend at the University of Florida. But you don't have to look far for reminders that since 1984, the Florida athletic program's been in disarray. Alleged payments to players, accusations of illegal drug use. 2 weeks ago, football coach Galen Hall resigned, and Monday, 4 players kicked off the team for gambling.
I was not aware of what happened. When I became aware of what happened, along with the university, appropriate action was taken.
If I were the head man of the institution, the athletic director would have a very big task in explaining to me why he ought to remain in the job. There's no question of that.
Who's accountable for the problems? Who's responsible?
Well, initially the coach, the athletic director, the president, and the Board of Regents. But this is also part of the overseas problem, and who is responsible.
Florida's problems don't stop with football. Its basketball team is also under fire. Coach Norm Sloan remains in control, but has been hurt by serious accusations made before a grand jury by former star Vernon Maxwell, who says Sloan and other coaches paid him to play at Florida, that he also took money from agents, and he took drugs, too. Sloan admits Maxwell failed drug tests, but denies making those payments.
If they find me or my staff guilty of one of these things they've charged us with, we're fired, Greg.
All of the charges that have come from Vernon Maxwell, and as close to him as you were, why would he implicate you?
Greg, I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate on that. He had a problem. We were aware of that. He flunked some tests, but not enough that he ever violated our drug program to the point where he couldn't play. And I just thought that a kid where basketball meant so much to him and his future in the pros, to throw him off our team for this would kill his opportunity to have a career. So we worked with him. We made some progress. It wasn't as much as we would have liked, but we did the best we could do.
The best he could do. You have to question what kind of drug policy was in place at Florida, and there's no question the relationship between Sloan and athletic director Bill Arnsparger is unclear.
I support Coach Sloan. I support the basketball program because those allegations that you have mentioned have not been verified.
I think Bill's trying to do what's fair. I really do. I don't know what he...
Start of the second half with Alabama leading Tennessee 19-14. With Tim Brandt, I'm Brent Musburger, and this shapes up as a dandy of a second half from Birmingham, Alabama. They kick it along the ground to the Crimson Tide, and it is picked up by Sirhan Stacy, the star of the first half, and he finds an alley and makes his way out to the 43-yard line. So Sirhan Stacy, who caught 5 passes for 124 yards and 1 touchdown, returns this 31 yards to start the second half.
If you're on the kick team, Brent, you have to stay on your lanes. You can't get caught out of your lanes. But look, the blocking from the inside forces people to the outside. The hole opens up, and Sirhan takes the alley right up the middle.
Gary Hollingsworth, 21 of 30 for 267 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again in to quarterback the Crimson Tide. And this is Stacy, and he is hit by Mark Moore.
We should mention as we go take a look at this game as it gets underway here in the second half, Sirhan Stacy came in for Murray Hill, who was taken to the hospital with injured ribs. And I mean, he stepped up to the plate. He took his opportunity right off the bat, and you're right, he was big in the first half, and he's big already here.
Took an inside pass from Hollingsworth out of the shotgun and roared 75 yards for a big touchdown in the second quarter. Hollingsworth throws complete to Russell. A first down at the Tennessee 40-yard line with Julian bringing him down.
Marion Hobby had a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Here's Lamont Russell, 81. Again, it's a zone. He drifts into the seam between the linebackers and the secondary, and Hollingsworth puts it right between the 8 and the 1.
Lamont Russell with 5 catches here this afternoon. That one for 15 yards. And a 1st and 10. It is Stacy. He's wrapped up after a gain of about a yard by Martin Williams and Mark Moore. So we've told you about Stacy. One of the big differences in the game has been the passing yardage. Hollingsworth, Tennessee, though, moved to Kelly as its quarterback, and he has done a fine job throwing for all 126 yards after he entered the game. You can see the total offense for the Volunteers in the first quarter, and that's the big difference. Oh, there's the quarterbacks. Roger Schultz is shaken up, the center for Alabama, and headed to the far side. Fake by Hollingsworth, and makes his way close to that first down marker.
Again, he got outside containment, Brent. He reads extremely well. He's mobile. He's got that escapability, but he read the inside containment, and he went outside and picked up good yardage again.
3rd down and 3 for Bama. Stacy for the first down. The chains move for Alabama inside the Tennessee 30-yard line.
Following the right side between Schultz, he's 269 pounds. Patterson's 271. Chapman, 300 pounds. Big offensive line. Watch them here. Everything's shut down. They block to the left. The run is to the right. Then the linebackers have to fill.
On first down, Hollingsworth knocked away. A beautiful move by Preston Warren, who comes up with a big play defensively. Number 21, one of the finest DBs in the SEC.
You're right about that. Last year he had a team-high 5 interceptions. He's among those selected this year as candidates for the Jim Thorpe Award, National Defensive Back Award. Guys that have gotten it in the past, guys like Benny Blades.
2nd and 10 for Bama. From the shotgun. Inside handoff. This time Tennessee ready for Stacy. Ernest Fields wrapping him up. Arkansas, one of the unbeatens. Illinois had that lead throughout most of the first half. And West Virginia exploding. TCU leading the Air Force. And Florida ahead of New Mexico by a pair. Baylor with a 5-0 shutout at Texas A&M so far. The Aggies trying to get it back together after the whipping of Houston. Hollingsworth off the fake, buys time, and he drills Stacy. 1st and 10 to the Volunteer 10-yard line. An 18-yard gain. What a receiver Stacy is. This is the JC standout who scored 4 times in the Bama opener against Memphis State.
He leads the SEC with 8 touchdowns. See the fake? Now watch. Again, he drifts under the zone. Here he is at the bottom of your screen. Now he'll just start picking and rolling. Look at him. Hide and seek. Dance outside.
Made a great move on Hardy, didn't he? First down. Hollingsworth throws to the end zone. And incomplete. It's ruled in the back of the end zone. Abrams, the intended receiver, back there by the end line.
Charlie Abrams, he slides behind everybody in the zone. He just came down and then drifted around behind him. See, he got behind the safety, got behind the corner. Ball a little bit higher. It's a touchdown. I think they lost him in there. They just didn't see him. He snuck down the sideline and came to the back line of the end zone.
Shotgun again on 2nd and 10. Open for the touchdown. Lamond Russell was wide open, and Hollingsworth drilled him. Philip Doyle to attempt the extra point. One was blocked by Tennessee here today. This one is not. A 26-14 lead by Bama.
I don't care what defense you're in. I don't care how good of a cover guy you are. If a quarterback has that much time, he's going to complete a pass. This is just a post pattern. Look, actually, it's just a strip down and then slide to the ball. Hollingsworth had all day to throw it. Watch Russell to the right of your screen. Just comes straight down. Hollingsworth has time, so he skates along with him, drifts into the seam, and he gets the ball between the 8 and the 1 again.
Through the sands of time, there emerge designs which are viewed as more than evolutionary. Introducing the revolutionary 1990 Toyota Celica.
You know, Eckerd can do some pretty interesting things to your photos. Enlarge them, make posters of them, or even turn them into stickers. Whoa!
Eckerd photo processing. Nothing looks better.
This is not funky.
Eckerd can make your prints as big as life with poster prints. Choose from the 12 by 18 size, the handy 16 by 20 size, or holy mackerel, 20 by 30. Some more big reasons to like Eckerd photo processing. Nothing looks better.
The following fine items were purchased with Visa cards last year, but not paid for. They were won in the Visa Our Treat sweepstakes. Now all you have to do to enter is use your Visa card, and almost anything you buy just may be our treat. And the more you use your card, the more chances you have to win. So why pay with anything else?
In the third quarter, a 12-point lead by Alabama over Tennessee. Both of these teams are unbeaten. You know, this is Bama's 116th appearance on national television. The first time was 38 years ago against Tennessee. The two announcers that day, two greats. Lindsey Nelson, a Tennessee graduate, and Mel Allen, a graduate of Alabama. And certainly we know that Lindsey is back home in Knoxville watching this game. And Lindsey, we pass along all our best wishes. I remember the days when I was Lindsey's spotter in the NFL, and what a gracious Southern gentleman he is, one of the greatest broadcasters of all time. Doyle bangs this one. Cleveland out to the 10. Fumble. Alabama pounces on it. Recovers for the Crimson Tide.
Mike Smith recovers this, but watch Cleveland. They put the ball on the ground and lost 5 fumbles this year, but it's extra effort, tries to cut back here. The hand just swipes it out, and Smith recovers it.
Alabama with a first down at the Tennessee 19-yard line. Stacy cuts back to the right. A brilliant run. That quick step to the right when he saw the daylight. His total offense today is becoming overwhelming for Alabama. With Murray Hill out with a rib injury early, he has carried the load not only from scrimmage, but also as a pass receiver. And he has forced Tennessee defenders to miss tackles all game long. That's his rushing yardage. As a receiver, he's been even more dangerous here today. Well, that's what he's accomplished, and the touchdown was a 75-yarder. That was that inside shovel pass out of the shotgun, which is ruled a pass, and a completed pass for a touchdown in that instance. Again for the first down. Michigan State ties up Illinois, and Oklahoma over Iowa State by a point. Syracuse 2 touchdowns better than Rutgers right now, and Alabama with the lead, and another opportunity with a 1st and goal, ball at the 7, and Stacy getting just inside the 5-yard line where his forward progress was stopped.
Actually, that's Derek Owens-Lassick. The tailback came in for Saran Stacy that time.
You know, Stacy is not very large. He's a small tailback, and it reminds you of a running back back in 1955 who had a great game, a fellow by the name of Johnny Majors, who was playing for Tennessee. He was their tailback out of the old single wing. I bet he wishes he had Stacy over there in an orange jersey this afternoon.
You're not kidding. Stacy's back in now.
Touchdown, Stacy in Alabama. Point. And Alabama scores 2 touchdowns quickly in the 3rd quarter, taking advantage of a Tennessee fumble on a kickoff return, and Bama leads it 33-14.
Stacy came in for that play. If I'm a linebacker, I'm keying on him right now. Watch this line right here. They all block in. He cuts back off their butts, takes it outside. Got a great block from Roger Schultz, 66, as he got close to the goal line. He's only 5'11", 195 pounds, low center of gravity, good feet, touchdown, Stacy.
Looking for something phantom, or should I say, Susie? Why?
Well, because Coors Light won't slow you down.
Cupper. Well, now everyone can enjoy Coors Light this Halloween. Can I buy you one? Not now, thanks. I'm driving.
You can still enter the Coors Light $100,000 Phantom of the Fridge sweepstakes.
It's Susie.
Visit the Coors Light Halloween display for clues.
Forget the clues. It's Susie.
Every night while you're sleeping, UPS is maintaining its status as the only company that delivers overnight to every address coast to coast. And we guarantee it with UPS Next Day Air. And because we're so efficient, we'll still do it for up to half what other companies charge, which is guaranteed to cause our competition some sleepless nights. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
I love what you do for me, Toyota. I love how you set me free, Toyota.
Toyota's new four-wheel drive, four-door 4Runner for 1990. Space, luxury, and V6 power. Where you go is your concern. Getting you back is ours.
It's that special time of year.
Spotted Plant.
As Major Dad sends the family on Halloween maneuvers.
See the treats? Take the treats.
Major Dad, Monday.
This is a CBS News special report. Good afternoon. I'm Leslie Stahl reporting from Washington. Oakland police are now confirming that a man has been rescued from beneath the rubble of Interstate I-80 in Oakland, California. The man has been removed. He is alive and he is on the way to a hospital. The Oakland Police Department is identifying the man as 57-year-old Buck Helms, a white male. He was found alive in his silver Chevrolet. He was first spotted and identified as alive at 6 a.m. this morning. Emergency rescue workers dug through the rubble for about 5 hours. He was first spotted by one of the State Department of Transportation engineers who was working on the most dangerous portion of that mile-long stretch of collapsed freeway. He noted that somebody was moving beneath the rubble. They dug a tunnel through the rubble, took them 2 hours. A small-sized rescue worker crawled through the tunnel, reached the man, began to pump oxygen into the man's car. Other rescue workers shored up the area around the man's car until finally they were able to dig through, get to him, and pull him out. One of the great miracles. To repeat, a man has been found alive under the rubble. He has been there for almost 4 days. Rescue workers in Oakland have dug him out, removed him. He is on the way to the hospital. He is reported in stable condition. This is a CBS News special report. I'm Leslie Stahl from Washington.
Well, marvelous news coming out of Oakland in that rescue operation to recover that one gentleman. And frequently in an earthquake, you hear of stories like that. I can remember the child down in Mexico City that was found about a week later. So here, with Tennessee trailing now 33-14, they have run Chuck Webb on the last couple of carries, 1 for 17 yards. They'll bring the fullback straight ahead on this second down, leaving them with 3rd and short. For the day now, Chuck Webb with 100 yards on 15 carries. That time it was Roland Poles, number 42. There is Webb. So you missed 2 of his carries while you were away, leaving the Volunteers with a 3rd and 2. The ball is out at their own 48-yard line, and Greg Amsler checks into the Tennessee backfield. And off a nice fake by Kelly, receivers are covered by Alabama. On the move, a throwback, dump off, incomplete. And a penalty flag is down here on the near side. We have had very few penalties in this game so far today.
You're right about that. As a matter of fact, Tennessee leads the league in fewest penalty yards. They've only had 19 penalties coming into this game, and today they've only had 2.
It's a 33-14 Alabama lead. Both teams unbeaten.
Not a personal foul. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defensive team, automatic first down. A blow to the face.
It'll be a late hit out of bounds as Kelly is on the roll. This is the second personal foul against Alabama here today. Actually, the defender had already committed himself, and he put his hands up in his face. It was almost like he was trying to stop his momentum as he was in the air. Nevertheless, 1st and 10 now for Tennessee. The ball is at the Bama 38-yard line, trying to get something going. Here comes Webb. Beautiful cutback. And Webb busts to the Bama 23-yard line with John Mangum bringing him down after 15 yards.
That was a great cutback, no question about it. Lee Osman over-pursued the play, so did McCants, number 86. Watch him now. He'll go to the left of the screen. You want to watch number 42. You want to watch number 86 in red. Here they come now. They overrun the play. McCants goes down. You see him up at the top of your screen laying down. He got a stinger in his shoulder. He's a little bit shaken up. I go right at him again.
So Tennessee coming right back after surrendering back-to-back touchdowns. Now threatening themselves. Kelly on a pitch to Webb, strung out beautifully by the Bama defense that time. A well-defended play, running off the option, and Rodney Helton moving in to bring him down. And it will be 2nd and 10. Play coming in from the Tennessee sideline.
They were all over that option. The linebacker takes the dive man. The defensive end takes the quarterback. The corner takes the pitch man. They had them all covered.
Wildcats with an early lead on Wisconsin. And Webb stops short of the 20. Nantrice Davis, number 47, and Ephraim Thomas, number 5. Thomas has played a fine game defensively for the Tide here this afternoon. Broken up a couple. Intercepted one. Helping out on that tackle. So the ball is at the Bama 20 for Tennessee. They must get inside the 15. Big 3rd down for the Volunteers. Kelly. Time. 1st down. He hits Woods on that far side. Thomas had the coverage. And Tennessee keeps the drive alive, but there is a penalty marker down. Hold everything. Apparently he's going to go against Tennessee. It is possible that when those 2 jets thundered overhead.
Turned upfield before the ball was snapped, 5 yards, illegal motion, offensive team.
It is very possible that they did not hear well, because it appeared to me like Kelly pulled away from the center quickly himself. So now it is a 3rd and 11. And this time it is dropped by Amza. So a big mistake cost the Volunteers. They were on the move. They would have had a 1st down inside the Bama 15.
Critical mistake. Woods makes a catch with a defender on his back. They get the 1st. And this is a big drive for Tennessee because they really wanted to come out and score quickly, trailing 33-14. They can't waste much more of that clock.
Well, Greg Burke will attempt a 43-yard field goal. This is against the breeze now. On its way, hit it strongly, and he's got it. A 43-yard field goal for Tennessee. And it's 33-17 Alabama with 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes you got it today. Emerson's got it right. Fine-tune it right. Nobody's got to tell you. Emerson does it right. Fine-tune it, fine-tune it, fine-tune your life.
Fine-tune your life with Emerson.
I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Whether it's car of the year, truck of the year, most trouble-free, or #1 in customer satisfaction, Toyotas are always being singled out. No wonder there are more Toyotas on the road today than any other import.
I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Looking for something phantom, or should I say, Susie?
Why? Well, because Coors Light won't slow you down.
Tougher. Well, now everyone can enjoy Coors Light this Halloween.
Can I buy you one?
Not now, thanks. I'm driving.
You can still enter the Coors Light $100,000 Phantom of the Fridge sweepstakes.
It's Susie.
Visit the Coors Light Halloween display for clues.
Forget the clues. It's Susie.
There's more to life than fighting crime. Wise Guy. CBS Sports coverage of today's CFA game is sponsored by Coors Light. Pure brewed in the Rockies, the Silver Bullet won't slow you down. It's the right beer now. Emerson Radio Corporation. Emerson, fine-tune your life. And by Toyota's quality line of cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me.
With Tim Brandt, I'm Brent Musburger, and Tim, we've had a lot of fireworks in this showdown between Tennessee and Alabama. High-scoring game.
It has, and there's still plenty of time left in this game, and I know you're not counting out the Volunteers. They're dangerous if they can just get that offensive passing game going a little bit better. Webb certainly has done his part running the football.
And also they're going to get the wind at their back for the final quarter here in Birmingham. This one bounces away from Jelks after he touched it. He's got it bobbling it, and it'll be down right there inside the 5-yard line. So a stir through the Birmingham crowd as Alabama faces horrendous field position as a result of what happened down here on the goal line.
Well, this is a former offensive back. He's played in the secondary. He's got sure hands. It just took a funny hop on that carpet. But then when he goes down, and now he's looking for the defenders. He's looking for the cover guys, and he can't pick it up. Finally, he has to just go down on it.
Well, Alabama must be careful here. Hollingsworth has been very good at handling the ball, uses his fullback straight ahead to get him a little breathing room, and that is 5'11", 230-pound Martin Houston, one of the fullbacks in the Alabama scheme.
Tennessee gets a big break on the kickoff like that. They cannot afford to let Alabama just play power football and bang it out of there. They've got to stand right now and stop them here and get good field position.
Second down. Huge defensive series. Alabama's punting game has not been sparkling this year. Stacy could not find daylight. And now Tennessee's defense will see what they can do on third down. Let's go to Greg Gumbel in New York.
Brent, on this one play against New Mexico, Emmitt Smith goes 72 yards and sets 2 school records. He breaks Neil Anderson's record for career rushing yardage, and when he gets to the end zone, it's his 31st career touchdown. Let's go back to Birmingham.
All right, Greg, thank you. And Emmitt Smith's a great one here on a big third down. Hollingsworth on the roll, incomplete. It bounced. Wanted battle. And Alabama must punt. And Smith on his 2 punts today has an average of less than 30 yards. So this a moment that the Volunteers were waiting for.
And you mentioned he's had 2 blocks. They worked overtime every day, an extra half hour to get him punting this week in practice. I talked to him yesterday. He says he feels comfortable, but he's still not getting the distance.
So far, Tennessee has set returns, as they do again here. So they're going to have field position on this. Woods. Fumble. But Tennessee recovered. The ball was on the carpet.
Return of 10 yards by Woods.
So the bodies get untangled there, and what a big recovery that was. That's our next game from South Bend, Notre Dame and USC. #1 ranked Fighting Irish. Tracy Hayward is credited with recovering that fumble. A huge moment for the Volunteers. Now, 1st and 10. Webb, daylight up the middle, and he slams down close to the 30-yard line with Vantrese Davis, the senior from Phoenix City, Alabama, bringing him down.
Vantrese Davis made the tackle. The Oklahoma 31.
Chuck Webb, who has been coming on stronger and stronger as the game progressed. slowed up again by that stiff Alabama defense, and Van Treese Davis again in on that stop.
He got a lot of help too, Brent. From who else? Keith McCants. Tennessee showed strength to the wide side of the field. They went strong that way and then ran back to the short side. But Davis and McCants filled and just stood them up.
Tim, a big 3rd and 1 now for the Volunteers, and Tennessee only 2 of 9 on 3rd down against Bama this afternoon. First down as Poles bolts inside the 10-yard line to the 5. Gardner has to wrap him up. At that time, the Volunteers step outside left, and a 24-yard explosion behind the left side. McCray and Myslinski over there.
Alabama keeps moving McCants around. This time McCants comes in and shows blitz. Here he is right here. But when he comes in, he opens up a hole and leaves it to the outside. Now watch McCants. Here comes McCants, no question about it. He's sealed off right now. They close the gate. He takes it straight up, and Poles has plenty of room to run. Alabama gambled and got caught. Watch them seal him off. They seal everybody here to the inside. Poles goes to the outside. Now he's in the secondary. That's a big play for Tennessee. Poles, 6 foot, 251 pounds, and runs a 4.540. I tell you, that's a load. You don't want to let a guy like that get up ahead of steam. You don't want to tackle him anyway.
Poles at fullback, and they load up the eye now on 1st and goal from the 5. This is Webb. Can't get to the corner. John Mangum, number 29, up quickly to make the play defensively. Just inside of 3 minutes, Tennessee moving against the wind, trailing 33-17. The Alabama defense with a great record so far in the 3rd quarter coming into this game. There's Poles straight ahead. He's short of the goal line. Spencer Hammond was there.
Remember, Tennessee has had a lot of success on the outside, on the corners. You'd want to get Kelly out on the corner where he can either run or pass. Put some pressure out there on McCants. Put some pressure on those corners.
3rd and goal for the Volunteers. Webb is short. Majors faces a 4th and goal decision.
You want to go for it. You want to go for it here. You need the points. Still got time in the 3rd period, 1:47, plenty of time in the game. But you have a line that you've already named the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority. You want a challenge of, hey, this is the chance you've got to bullet in there, but I can't understand why they aren't going to the corners.
Tennessee using a timeout. They want to bring Kelly over. Winners are John Mangum from Alabama. He's a corporate finance and investment banking major from McGee, Mississippi. And Preston Warren from Tennessee. Preston's a political science pre-law major from Knoxville, Tennessee. And Toyota will donate a check in the amount of $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund. Well, it is 4th and goal. They're going for it here. A field goal would leave them 13 points out with the 4th period to play. A touchdown puts them in much better position. This is going to be a tough yard for Tennessee.
If they don't get it, it'll be catastrophic mentally.
Thomas, McCants stirring the crowd up. They load it. Webb was close. Touchdown, Tennessee. He just barely broke the plane of that goal line against Curry's defense.
Let's watch him break that plane. He's coming right at you here. Here's Osmond. Forces it back inside. He gets hit at the goal line. He's in. Absolutely. His shoulders, the ball, everything crossed that plane. No question about it.
Best part of that's the official right on top of it. Hey, making the call. And now it's Burke. We could have a great fourth quarter of this one, couldn't we? Burke adds the extra point. There was a flag on the play, however. There is a flag down in the end zone on the extra point. Oh, you go back.
Legal participation on the extra point try on the defensive team. 12 men on the field. Hold it a minute.
All right. Jimmy Harper says hold it. That's what we'll do.
Curry's special teams have broken down a bit here today. I'm going to be very concerned about this. He's had an extra point blocked. Now he's had
we got illegal participation on the defensive team on the kick. Be a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Oh, wow.
The extra point is good.
That's big, too, Brent, because Tennessee has had Alabama backed up. The Volunteers have had good field position, and once again, they get a 15-yard advantage.
And we go back again to that blocked extra point early in this game. Instead of a 10-point lead right now, it's a 9. So you're set up for a touchdown and a field goal to beat you in the final quarter.
Had a great visit with Bill Curry up on campus at Tuscaloosa this week. And he said his main concern coming into this game, special teams. They've had a couple of punts blocked. The special teams haven't really played up to par. That was his concern.
Now Tennessee will attempt to bury Alabama and then hold defensively and force Bama to punt. Alabama's punting game, one of the weakest parts of their overall game this season.
How about an onside kick? Would you gamble?
No, because you'd give them too good a field position if you'd fail. So he chips it up short. And it is, Stacy is down at the 17-yard line. And Sean Walker out of College Park, Georgia, bringing him down after a 3-yard return. Your question now about Sirhan Stacy is his durability. With Hill out with the injured ribs, he's had to carry the entire load as Tennessee marched 38 yards in 7 plays following that punt in 3 minutes. And it's a 33-24 game late in the third. He's all alone there at setback. It's up to him. And nothing doing that time. That's Walker again. Those two been meeting regularly. That's what brought him down on the kickoff. Now what Curry has to avoid is getting too conservative and sitting on this 9-point lead. Arkansas holding off the horns there. West Virginia's going to win again today. And Baylor still shutting out the Aggies. 2nd down and 10. Hollingsworth off the play fake. Far side, Wembley. Hey, what a punch of a catch that was.
Again, Hollingsworth with good ball handling. Watch this right in here. That's Hollingsworth. Play action stops. That freezes the linebacker for a second. Now watch Wembley stretch out. Oh, I'm not sure he had it. That ball may have hit the ground.
I think it might have double dribbled it a little bit there.
They aren't going to take it back.
13 yards. A game that doesn't need instant replay. They let the men on the field make the decisions. The throw to Hollingsworth. Marco is complete. Preston Warren banging him out of bounds. Oh, I'll tell you, this Hollingsworth is some cool customer.
He's going to a senior captain right here. Marco Battle. Shows strength to one side, roll to the backside. He's got good feet. Throws on the run right off that back pivot foot, just like a baseball guy. That's why he's playing on the baseball team.
Well, a pitcher. He's pitched 38 passes today and completed 26 of them for 330 yards and 3 touchdowns. Here's the workhorse, Stacy. He gets the first down for Alabama. And the ball out to the Bama 42-yard line with the seconds ticking away here in the third quarter. And Mr. Hardy, who's been relatively quiet this quarter, comes up to make that stop. Johnny Majors hoping that the Volunteers can hold. High snap out of the shotgun. There is Stacy. He bounces off a tackle. Sort of bumper pulled his way out to about the 46-yard line. And that'll do it. The end of the third quarter. It's Bama 33, the Volunteers 24. And we'll return after this message and a word from your local station.
This is a machine built for absolute dependability. And these are its hardest working parts, each meeting the highest performance standards, providing continuous, reliable service. The mechanics of American Airlines, uncompromising professionals, dedicated to perfection, flight after flight after flight.
Cars aren't cheap, never have been. That's why I never take shortcuts with cheap oil and air filters. Give me AC filters every time. AC filters match the original specs on my cars like a nut on a bolt.
Precision AC Delco parts. They don't just fit, they match.
Keep your car running the way it was made to run.
Now get up to $8.80 back on AC filters and plugs. See your retailer for details.
This is CBS. Home Package Store is Tuscaloosa's complete spirit store, stocking all brands of imported wines and foreign beer. We're open every day except Sunday from 9 a.m. until midnight and from 7 a.m. until midnight on Saturdays during Bama football season.
Oh, that's a beautiful clay tile floor.
No, that's Kentile solid vinyl tile.
Come on, that's Kentile?
Uh-huh.
Now that's a gorgeous brick floor.
No, that's Kentile solid vinyl tile, too.
And I suppose this terrific ceramic tile floor is really Kentile?
You catch on fast.
They're terrific. Are there more?
Are there ever? Kentile has an unbelievable selection of beautiful styles and colors, and they're as long-wearing and easy to care for as they are beautiful.
Where can I get Kentile?
Russell S. Leaf, floor and tile.
With so many people selling mobile homes, how do you decide who to trust? I'm Johnny Edmondson, and I've built my business on quality and honesty. At Johnny's Manufactured Homes, we sell only quality-built homes like Cavalier, Gateway, and Southern Energy. When you purchase a home at Johnny's, all details will be agreed on in writing, and each new home is backed by a 1-year written warranty. At Johnny's Manufactured Homes, you will get quality, you will get excellent service, and best of all, you will get the truth. That's something to think about.
Bobby is rewarded for being a good student. His dad is rewarded for being a good driver.
I earn $1 every time I get an A.
And I'm earning a 5% discount from Alpha for just 3 years of accident-free driving.
In 3 more years, we'll save another 5%.
The Wilsons have 2 cars, a house, 3 kids.
And 1 Alpha insurance agent.
Who handles everything.
Be smart.
Call Alpha.
WCFT-TV, Tuscaloosa.
The View, the Proud, the Marines. UPS, fast, efficient service to 175 countries and territories worldwide. And by the Principal Financial Group, financial products that give you an edge.
Fourth quarter time, Johnny Majors out of Lynchburg, Tennessee. The 2 most famous native sons. He is 1, and Stacy breaks straight ahead. Let's see, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Johnny Majors, and the other one would have to be Jack Daniels.
Oh, Johnny Majors in his 13th year at Tennessee. He's hoping for the lucky 13. He's a good one, professionally tough, personally, emotionally.
Won a national championship and a Heisman Trophy for Tony Dorsett. Got robbed of one by Charlie Callahan as a player. I never credit Paul Hornung with that Heisman. I always give it to the PR man from Notre Dame. All right, third down now for Bama. As we start the final quarter, what is easy here so far. Incomplete on the swing pass to the far side. Kelly Days delivering the pop over there, and Bama is forced to punt. Now remember, it's only a 9-point lead. Alabama has struggled here with its punting game. Now at midfield, this might be the time when Tennessee elects to go after one. They have set the return so far all day.
They've changed punters, Brent.
That's Ward. Yes, it is. They're going to try a new punter. They're going to let this one bounce. Oh, it almost hit him. It may have hit him. Alabama says it did. I thought he jumped over it, but let's see what happens here. Thomas Woods was trying to down the ball. He didn't want it to take a big Bama hop, and he got over on it, and it almost touched him. I tell you, artificial turf, you got to be so careful with punted balls.
You know, and this field has a high crown, so everything coming off the middle is going downhill. That's very dangerous. Oh, Woods was over top of it, just barely.
Now, taking over Tennessee in their own 25-yard line. And there's McCants wrapping Amsler up that time. So Amsler has shown us a little fullback, a little tailback, some work as a downfield receiver. He has been a very versatile performer here for the Volunteers. It's going to be a 2nd and 7 for Kelly and Tennessee. They're down by 9. Sellout, as you can imagine, here in Legion Field. There's Amsler swinging out, and as a receiver, he busts out for a Tennessee first down. The breeze is at Tennessee's back. Johnny Majors and the Volunteers getting it for the final 15 minutes. And that could well turn out to be the difference if they can rally here. Kelly, good protection. Throws incomplete. And let's check with Greg Gumbel for an update.
Brent, at Bloomington, Indiana, on his 3rd try from the 1-yard line, Indiana's Anthony Thompson scores his 2nd touchdown of the day, the 57th of his fine career. He trails only Pitt's Tony Dorsett and Army's Glenn Davis in that category. Let's go back to Birmingham.
All right, Greg, and here it is, 33-24, Alabama. Andy Kelly, the relief quarterback, has done a whale of a job against Bama. The option, and he pitches it out, and Spencer Hammond has it covered defensively for Bama as Webb, the ball carrier. Now it's 3rd and 7 coming up for Tennessee. Receivers are covered on the near side, goes far side, incomplete. Alabama holds, and John Mangum was there defensively on Terrence Cleveland.
The best defender on that play was the side judge. The official got in the way, blocked the view of the receiver.
Now it is Kent Elmore, and with this wind at his back, he could boom one.
He had an 81-yard punt against Vanderbilt.
Lays it up high for Stacy at the 17, and they swarm all over. Could have saved himself a hit with a fair catch. He let Hardy have a free shot on him.
You know what Elmore says? If I can get a hang time of 4.5 or better, I've got guys that can run 4 or 5 40s. They're going to be down there. That's what happened that time. He gave him a hang time of 4.75.
Alabama looking for a ball control drive. Tennessee desperately needing a big play from one of their defensive players. And Hollingsworth on first down throwing. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, they've lived by the first down pass all game long, and apparently they're not going to stop here.
It's been a balanced attack, though. At halftime, it was almost even, pass versus run. They've been that way all year. It's a very balanced attack.
The wind rippling the back of Hollingsworth's jersey. He had a 70-yard touchdown pass going into it, but it was out of the shotgun with a shovel to Stacy. And there was movement there, you could see. A couple of linemen. On the play. Left side of the Alabama line.
Illegal procedure, illegal snap.
So you know why the crowd doesn't like that? Because they thought it was Tennessee that jumped. They did, but there's no contact made. They are allowed to get back. Then Schultz came out, fired out of his center position. He made contact. He's offsides. Good call. Watch the Tennessee guys. He'll jump, get a little antsy in there. See? Oh! Now here comes Schultz firing out of the center.
Ball back to the 12 into the shotgun. Hollingsworth drops it over the middle to Stacy. Or he shakes that first tackler time after time. Down at the 19-yard line, well short of a first down. This is going to be 3rd and long. And oh, how the Alabama coaching staff would dearly love to have about 10 more yards here before they're forced to punt.
You know, a lot of folks, Brent, might be saying, hey, where'd this guy Saran Stacy come from? He's a junior. I've never heard of him in Alabama. He's a transfer from Coffeyville Junior College in Kansas.
They need 7 for that first down. Hollingsworth. And he hits his tight end, Russell. He's got it. A big 3rd down pass. Tracy Smith forces him out of bounds after 19 yards, and the chains move. And what a huge play that was.
Well-designed play, too. Tennessee goes to the nickel. Look at all these defensive backs. Then they'll drag him all the way underneath here across the field. See, here comes Russell underneath. Gets lost in traffic and comes across. Very well-designed play. Tracy Smith never got to him.
Now a penalty against Tennessee. 15 yards because of a personal foul is tacked on against the Volunteers. Ball moves to the Tennessee 46. What a costly 15-yarder that is. The fullback Houston up the middle. Now let's go back to a special report from CBS News on the earthquake victim who's been found.
This is a CBS News special report. Good afternoon. I'm Leslie Stahl reporting from Washington. That man who survived 4 days trapped in his car under the collapsed freeway in Oakland, California, has been found by rescue workers, removed from the rubble, and taken to Highland Hospital. He is semi-conscious and in stable condition. We have just gotten our first videotape in of the rescue. You can see this is just within the last hour. He is apparently on a backboard, which is common to protect people from back injuries. As I understand it, a team of 16 rescue workers dug for 5 hours. You can obviously hear the roar of the crowd applauding as this man who was buried under the rubble in his car for 89 hours is being brought down from the freeway, the collapsed freeway, in a crane and a basket. A true, exciting miracle. The man has been identified as 57-year-old Bucky Alvin Helm. According to our CBS affiliate in San Francisco, KPIX, his wife in Weaverville, California, has been notified, and she is flying on her way to the hospital. I believe we have, do we have, I'm trying to hear if we have any pictures of him arriving at the hospital. He was brought in an ambulance to Highland Hospital in Oakland, California, and I think we're going to see him arrive there. The rescue operation had been suspended temporarily last night because of bad weather. high winds. Apparently that section of that collapsed freeway was moving as much as 3 inches from either side, but rescue workers went in anyway to dig this man out. To repeat, the man, his name is Bucky Helm, has been rescued. He is at the hospital. He is in stable condition. This has been a CBS News special report. I'm Leslie Stahl.
And while you were hearing that good news finally from the San Francisco Bay Area, Alabama keeping the ball. They now have a 2nd and 4 inside the Tennessee 30-yard line. Again, this is 2nd down and 4 yards to go. And here is Sirhan Stacy, and he has been sensational here today. First down for Alabama. They lead Tennessee 33-24. 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And Bama digs itself out of a deep hole and continues to march down the field. And this, of course, could be the drive that finally puts the Volunteers away. Stacy has carried 25 times for 91 yards, and he also has another 152 yards receiving. 250-yard day coming up for Mr. Stacy. This time it's the fullback, Houston, banging inside the 15-yard line into the arms of Ernest Fields.
Brett, not only is this drive effective as far as gaining ground and putting themselves in scoring position, but they've eaten up over 3 minutes of the clock here in the 4th period, and that is crucial.
Checking in now for the Crimson Tide is the very versatile John Cassimus, number 33, one of the wide receivers, a finance major, fine student. Stacy again. This time they stretch him out. He turns it up before Kelly Days and Preston Warren bring him down. With Murray Hill out with injured ribs, and now Stacy slowed up a little bit by that tackle. Look at the kind of day he's had. Wow.
I think he just wants a breather. Might have had the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Derek Owens. And now they hand off to the fullback straight ahead. And there's a lineman shaken up for Alabama. 8:25. The clock stopped at 8:26. And 33-24. Well, the injured player is being tended to.
Looks like Trent Patterson, the right guard, 5'11", 271-pound junior.
Now, while we've got that injury timeout, we'll break away and come right back.
Toyota's 1990 4x4. Don't leave the road without it.
Once, there were a few proud men, men of adventure, men of courage, men who knew the meaning of honor. There still are, the Marines. We're looking for a few good men.
Hey, Party Monsters! Why, you know they're here in about 30 seconds. Got some party time tips for you from Expert Gold Draft. First, never party with anything less than the full tilt taste of Expert Gold. This is big-time beer. Tip number 2, you're at the bar. You're a little short of cash. Be resourceful. Welcome, folks. We got a $3 cover charge tonight.
Go for the full tilt taste of Extra Gold.
It's party time.
Alabama Alabama with 33 points on 505 yards total offense here today. Owens-Lassick continuing to tailback. They fake to him, and they throw the swing out of bounds on the near side. Preston Warren and Ernest Fields with coverage. The receiver was Kevin Turner, the fullback. And the clock down to 8:14, a 9-point Bama lead. And Tennessee looking for one of those huge plays on defense as Sirhan Stacy returns to the Alabama lineup. Right away gets the carry up the middle, and on second effort he busts through for the touchdown. Third touchdown of the afternoon for Stacy. And Bill Curry closing in on one of the biggest wins of his coaching career at Alabama.
Mr. Ian McKenzie. I'm Angus McKenzie. Ian's moved down the road.
Today, with service to 175 countries,
You've been wanting you now, Mr. McKenzie.
UPS delivers to nearly 4 billion people,
Possible for McKenzie.
including the extraordinary concentration of Mackenzies along the northeast coast of Scotland.
Mr. Ian Alistair McKenzie? No trouble finding him, did you, lad?
No trouble at all. UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
This fantasy is brought to you by Unical. Since 1951, we've fueled more NASCAR winners than all other gasolines combined. And we put that same high performance and winning spirit into gasolines for your car.
And that was a fine piece of driving.
Oh, it's nothing.
What's that, Murph?
Nothing, nothing, Ed. There's nothing.
The Allstate anti-lock brake discount is a great opportunity to save money. Provided your car has anti-lock brakes. The anti-lock brake discount. Don't pass it up.
Fancy perfuming aftershave. It's got to be a quarterback's locker. Real guys who get mud on their uniforms use rugged, honest stuff. Ice Blue Aqua Velva.
There's something about today's Aqua Velva, man.
So you still think linemen are dumb?
Well, if this holds up, an Alabama team that is about to jump up in the ratings this week. 40 points against Tennessee here this afternoon. To the 20. And Pickens is down at the 28-yard line. Greg, I'd be shocked if the Fighting Irish and the Trojans got into it in that tunnel leading up to the locker rooms.
Brent, something we don't like to see but must report in shades of last year's Miami-Notre Dame game. Southern Cal and Notre Dame players clashed coming onto the field and brawled for several minutes before finally being separated. That game still to come this afternoon here on CBS. Let's go back to Birmingham.
I don't want to make light of that, but they need a new entrance to the visitors' locker room. On first down, Kelly is smothered as he throws it back, and it's intercepted. Sterling Hinton was the receiver. He had come into the game and took the snap. But I mean, Kelly was hammered.
Watch the top right-hand part of your screen. Hinton just couldn't adjust. Kelly rolls way right. There's the pressure. and makes the ball fly. Kind of floated on him a little bit. Sterling couldn't adjust, and then the interception was made by Spencer Hammond. He was actually beaten on the play, but because it was underthrown, he made the interception.
Here's why the pro scouts say that Keith McCants may be the finest linebacker in college football. I mean, he got in on Kelly, and he delivered a major league blow that time when he took him down.
He runs a 4.5 40. They put him in the same conversation with Derek Thomas, Cornelius Bennett.
Wow. 1st and 10. This Bama team on the roll. They are taking dead aim at New Orleans in the Sugar Bowl here today.
Keith McCants is a big guy on campus, but I have to tell you this. He's not allowed to play basketball in the Coliseum anymore. He went in there in the offseason, had a couple of slam dunks, shattered 2 backboards, shattered 3 in high school, so they said, that's all. You cannot play basketball here anymore. I think that's a school record, 2 shattered backboards.
Here today, Tim, 11 tackles and 2 sacks for the big fella. And Stacy stacked up. That's probably the first time today that I've seen one tackler alone stick with him and bring him down. Dwayne Dotson, number 33, a freshman out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Wraps him up, and the clock now moves down toward the 7-minute mark. Texas up ahead of unbeaten Arkansas. Well, that would give Bama a chance to really jump up. Hollingsworth has broken Scott Hunter's record for completions here today, handing off on 3rd down. Hollingsworth has completed 31 of 45 passes for 371 yards. That breaks Scott Hunter's record as he heads to the sideline. He has done a sensational job here today. And Alan Ward comes in to punt again. This is the biggest weakness we can see with the Alabama game, Tim, is that their punting game is not up to what it once was. I'll let this one roll down. Tennessee running out of time on the short end of a 40-24 score right now. That punt just a 21-yarder. Oh, it was a roll tide day here in Birmingham. Andy Kelly, after taking that hit, still in the game. He's out of Dayton, Tennessee. He's a fine punter, too. And he's showing some fine ability here today. That one knocked away by McCants. And, you know, we've been seeing those special reports from Leslie Stahl, and for the second time in less than a month, we've seen the devastation and loss brought about by a natural disaster. And here this afternoon, they made the appeal for all fans who wanted to make donations, which would go out to the earthquake victims and also to those who were victimized by a couple of terrible hurricanes, Hugo and Jerry, and some floods up in Kentucky, that they contact their appropriate agency by reaching your newspaper in your area. And certainly we urge everybody to make contributions because we've been hit with a couple of major disasters here in the last few weeks. Coverage of that completed pass by Terrence Cleveland. I know that down here in the Southeast they have made a point of raising funds and clothes and food for those people over in the hurricane-wrecked Charleston, South Carolina area, and now appeals are being sent out for the earthquake victims. So it is 3rd down now for Tennessee, off a no huddle, hitting Cleveland on a quick pop, and it's a 1st down for Tennessee. And hey, this guy Keith McCants, he can cover pass receivers too.
He sure can. He's 6'5", 256 pounds. We said he runs like a tailback. You know, when he first got here at Alabama, the coaches said they had trouble harnessing his ability because he was undisciplined, running from sideline to sideline. But once he got some discipline and started to read defenses, boy, he's a superstar.
Great completion that time. Terrific concentration on the part of Mark Adams. A couple of defenders there, including Thomas. And a 19-yard gain, but there's a personal foul call against Alabama. They're going to tack on some yardage on this one. Tennessee with 5:13 to go. And a quick touchdown would still leave them 9 points back, although certainly certainly Johnny, if he hits here, will go for 2. It is certainly, in this game,
personal foul on the defensive team. Decline. Be first down, White.
I just point out that because of the 2-point conversion in college football, this baby is not over. 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, and you've got a tie.
But you have to qualify it and say Tennessee needs that quick explosion.
They sure do. If Kelly can somehow get one quickly against the Tide. And the umpire said that I believe timeout had been called by Alabama. Is that what I'm seeing down there right now? He's going to go over and check with his umpire right now.
That looked like a practice drill, 1-on-1. Everybody stopped and they just watched Hansler.
Timeout, ball by red team.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The umpire had called timeout, but didn't stop the snap. So Bama uses one of its timeouts. So we've still got 5 minutes and 10 seconds of football to go here, and we'll be right back.
Used to be if you wanted a keg of beer at your party, you were talking major hassle. But now there's something better. Party Ball from Coors Extra Gold and Coors Light. You see, instead of this, you get this. Over 5 gallons of brewery fresh beer in a portable plastic container. You just pack it with ice, push in the handy reusable tap, and party with a bunch of your friends. Then recycle the container. So forget the hassle and pick up a Party Ball at your favorite store. Because it's just not a party if you don't have a ball.
How do you figure your financial future? How do you get an advantage? Look for an edge. Look for a company that can sharpen your opportunities in mutual funds, pensions, IRAs, employee benefit plans, insurance, and much more. Look for the Principal Edge from the Principal Financial Group, one of America's largest, helping people with the fine points of their financial future. The Principal. Look for the edge.
Introducing the 1990 Toyota Celica. Its totally new shape will please your sense of design. And the way it moves will stimulate your sense of excitement. The all-new Toyota Celica. You'll love what it does for you.
They stunned the Bears. Now the spoiler Buccaneers set their upset sights on the Redskins tomorrow.
Smokey the Sixth trying to rally the boys from up Knoxville way. That's a blue tick hound. And before the game began, his handler said, I got to go outside and find some real grass for Smokey. Here's Kelly. Back looking for a receiver under pressure and wisely getting rid of it and not risking an interception or taking a sack.
That is a great play. Willie Wyatt came through, and rather than just take the sack and lose yardage, he just wasted it down and threw it away. That's a tremendous play by Kelly. We haven't called his name much, but watch 98. That's Willie Wyatt. Outstanding all-SEC middle guard. Here he comes now. He comes through. Kelly sees him, has his wits about him, and dumps it off rather than take the sack. That's a great play by Andy Kelly.
2nd and 10. Tennessee with the ball at the Alabama 38-yard line. Over the middle, complete. Amsler battles his way to the 30. Keith McCants there defensively. And this is going to leave Tennessee with a 3rd and short for a first down. They'll go without the huddle. They need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Obviously, they'll go on 4th if they don't get it. Woods looking in. Trying to hear the play being called by Kelly. They get the first down and then some. Inside the 25-yard line, and Keith McCants, now roaming all over the field, brings him down.
But Kelly looked at that. The audible was to see where McCants was. He watched where McCants was lining up. They had Von Reeves, another tight end on the wing. They moved him up as an extra blocker to work on McCants, and that's when they ran the play and popped it.
Now it is a 1st and 10 for Tennessee. 4:16 on the clock. Kelly for Amsler off his hands, incomplete. Greg Amsler, who has been very efficient as a pass receiver in this game, had that one thrown perhaps a little bit high to him. And Georgia The Dogs lost a tough one to Tennessee in their last outing a couple of weeks ago. That was Tennessee's last outing. They had a week off prior to the Alabama game. Kelly now, since coming off the bench, is 12 of 25 for 180 yards and 1 touchdown. 4:12 remaining in the...
We want to remind our viewers they'll be leaving us in a few minutes to see the USC and Notre Dame game. You'll be kept up to date on the progress of this game with scoring reports and highlights.
Quickly to the near side and Pickens, and he's free. Inside the 5-yard line before Thomas, who had tripped him up, gets credited with that tackle, and now it is a 1st and goal at 4:06 on a 21-yard gain. And Majors is already talking about one thing. They're going to go without a huddle here. Majors is talking about one thing. He needs to go for the 2 if they get it. They've got to quickly set that play. Big touchdown, Tennessee. Carl Pickens, and now a very important 2-point conversion for Majors and the Volunteers.
Boy, Pickens may have gotten away with a push there. See if he doesn't push Ephraim Thomas. Here it is, just a timing pattern. They run the fade. Now there's Pickens, push Thomas, now comes back inside of him to make the touchdown. Doesn't matter, no flags.
Now, what will they come up with here as a play? It is 40 to 30. It's sitting on 10 right now. They'll send 3 wide receivers to the right. Frequently, on a 2-point conversion, they will run a pick play in college football. They roll in the direction of the wideouts. The throw, and a great defensive play by Gardner. Gardner knocks it away, and it stays at 10. What a huge play that was.
Absolutely. Charles Gardner saw him sliding into the flat. If you watched the formation when they came out, they went straight to 3 receivers to the right side. They were trying to flood the zone on that side. There's the pass, and Gardner is right with Woods from the time the ball was snapped and knocked it down. Big play for Alabama.
The weather around here can get messy, so people protect their homes with Georgia Pacific Building Products. Our hardboard siding puts the toughest possible protection between a house and a downpour. And GP Summit Roofing can handle 30 years of weather guaranteed, from siding and roofing to molding and doors. Every GP product has superior performance built in. So when you're shopping for building materials, ask for GP. That's all you need to know.
What a jolt. The pain. My teeth. The dentist said I'd be all right. And he gave me a different medicine. It's in these little yellow pills. Nuprin works so well on that pain. No wonder it's great for my tough headaches.
Nuprin. It's not aspirin, not Tylenol. It's ibuprofen.
You know, 2 Nuprins stop my headaches better than extra strength Tylenol. And Nuprin's gentler on my stomach than aspirin.
Nuprin. Little, yellow, different, better.
It even worked on my worst pain.
Now we're in the onside kick mode as far as Tennessee is concerned, so you will note that Alabama will probably bring the 9 men up very close to the 45-yard line, and they will put some wide receivers and some backs in that second line there, fellows with good hands, so they don't fumble the ball. It's a 10-point game at 3:59, and Tennessee now must have that big defensive turnover or a successful onside kick.
But the key there is Alabama's +3 in a turnover ratio. They get it more than they give it. They don't turn it over often.
Bunching together now. Ball has to travel 10 yards. Free ball. Indicating they're going to the left. Let's see. They do. I don't think it went far enough. It's recovered by Tennessee. Did it hit a Tennessee player first?
Yeah, before it went to 10. They're marking it at the 44-yard line.
Hold on while they sort this out. Lee Wood got down on the ball. It's not a statue, folks. That's a live shot. Yeah, young man, David Bennett. And it hit the Tennessee player, I believe. Let's see if they sort this out. Yes, take a look at it.
See if it goes the full 10.
Bama ball. You'll see it come right up on his hip.
Right there, the right angle. Or the right ankle, rather.
22 in the ankle. That was Floyd Miley it hit. So Bama gets the ball right there at the 44 with 3:58. (40 to 30). Only thing that can save Tennessee now is a big Alabama turnover. And Stacy battles for 4 inside the 40. Bradley bringing him down for the Volunteers. So Alabama only 3 minutes and 40 seconds away now from staying unbeaten.
Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel back in New York, and we'll be keeping you updated on the remainder of this Tennessee-Alabama game to its conclusion. But right now, it's almost time for what promises to be a dandy between Notre Dame and Southern Cal, and we'll be sending you out to South Bend right after this word from your local stations.
United Airlines. From the ground up, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
Tuesday.
What you're about to see is not a recreation.
The front line of the drug war. An officer is cut down.
It's become open season on cops.
On Rescue 911.
This is CBS.
Introducing the new BMW 5 Series sedan. The spirit of a car company, sculpted into 3,400 pounds of steel, glass, and leather.
Britain's Menswear has the latest styles for all sizes. Slacks by Hager or Higgins, Career Club shirts, and the ever-popular Botany 500 suits. Britain's Menswear, 6th Street, downtown Tuscaloosa.
Have you always desired a beautiful custom marble bath? For your building or remodeling needs, let the Spa Shop help. The Spa Shop carries a complete line of Whirlpool baths, both jetted and air systems. Exquisite cultured marble vanity tops brighten bathrooms with elegant beauty. A variety of colors allow imagination and creativity in decor. Custom marble is durable, practical, and easy to maintain. The Spa Shop in Meadowbrook Plaza, Tuscaloosa.
Dave Barkley Motors, 2601 9th Street, Tuscaloosa, has the fine used car truck you're looking for. Check with a friendly salesperson for personal service. We also finance at Dave Barkley Motors.
Campbell Furniture Company is having a fantastic furniture sale of odd beds, dressers, bunk beds, and more. Tie this in with our mattress sale for terrific savings. Campbell Furniture Company, Tuscaloosa.
Introducing the new BMW 5 Series sedan. The spirit of a car company, sculpted into 3,400 pounds of steel, glass, and leather.
Started in 1926 and grew into college football's greatest national rivalry. The appeal of Southern Cal and Notre Dame spread across our country at that time like the Great Railroad. It was a series where you endured fatiguing 4-day journeys by train to play before audiences in excess of 100,000. Coaches Howard Jones and Newt Rockne got it underway. An endless array of talent has kept it going. Heisman Trophy winners like Leon Hart, the Golden Boy, Paul Hornung, and football heroes like feisty Mike Garrett and Frank Gifford. They all knew to play in this game was an honor, but to win was a memory to be treasured forever. This rivalry has never been ugly or vicious, only noble. The reverence and power it emits is unequaled in college football. Today, that tradition continues. CBS Sports presents autumn's other classic. It's Southern Cal and Notre Dame coming up next. #1 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking the field at the house that Rockne built. They possess the longest win streak in the country at 18 games in a row. We said this rivalry has never been ugly or vicious, perhaps until today. Because 25 minutes ago, as the teams left the field for final preparations, emotions erupted. This was a replay of a scene here last year prior to the Miami game. Intensity and pride at a pinnacle here at Notre Dame. And we witnessed a release of mutual anger that will resume on the playing field in just a few moments. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to South Bend, Indiana. I'm Jim Nance, along with Pat Hayden. Pat, let's get right down to it. What are the keys today for the USC Trojans?
Well, I think these teams are really evenly matched, so I think this is going to be a difference of a couple of big plays. And for USC, it's Todd Brnovich, their freshman quarterback. Surprisingly, he will be the difference in this game for Southern Cal. They're going to throw the football, and if he gets off and reads the coverage early against a real experienced defensive secondary, Southern Cal has a chance.
Well, with veteran streaks, Notre Dame has won 18 in a row. They also have the longest win streak in this rivalry. They've beaten USC the last 6 years. What about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish today?
Well, Notre Dame has the best kick returner in the land. That's Rocket Ismail, and he's a guy the Trojans are very concerned about. Now, Larry Smith said that they will punt the ball to him. They'll kick the ball high, but he is challenging his team. He said, we're going to go down and challenge Rocket Ismail, and this is a game of challenges, Jim.
Southern Cal, ranked number 9 in the country, opened its season with a 1-point loss to Illinois, but has come back and mounted 5 consecutive victories since that time. And in that...
And the wind is
7 years old today. And up on that scoreboard, there's a big 47 points. So how about that? What a way to celebrate your 47th birthday. We'll be right back.
If you have a house as messy as this...
7, Rodney Pete's junior year, the Irish were victorious 26-15. Of course, last year, many will recall, at the Coliseum, it was 1-2. Notre Dame ranked 1. USC was ranked 2. But the Trojans came in after a very intense matchup the week before against UCLA. Notre Dame won that 88 showdown 27-10. Quinn Rodriguez kicks for USC. Driving kick headed for